All right. It says we're live. Give me a little refresh to make sure. All right. Sounds like we're good to go. And let's see who's in the house. Okay. Chris Palmer. Uh, is this going to be a 2 hour clinic on how we can do what he did? Who is he? I have no idea what you're talking about. I have no clue what you're talking about, man. No, I will not be attending the meet up in Atlanta. I will not. Uh, Jaron Wilson. Hello, Master Teacher. It's always been a pleasure to listen to your live streams. And by the way, what's your take on China Taiwan situation? Will China succeed eventually? I don't think they're really going to attack them. I think eventually they're going to be economically swallowed up by China. They already really are, for the most part. Taiwan and China are already financially intermingled, so it won't be that hard. I'm listening. What's up? AB Media. What's going on? Dardar. Chris Palmer, BGS has never advocated black men to take on broken women. He actually says to do the exact opposite. I don't even know who Chris Palmer actually is. Okay. I don't even know who Chris Palmer is. Unless you talk about Mr. Palmer, but I don't know him as Chris, if that's who you're talking about. Oh, okay. Then you're talking to Chris Palmer. Chris Palmer can speak for himself. I have no idea what the fuck he's talking about. I really don't. Dardar, what's up? Good evening, all. Let's go to Rocket King. YT, what's up? And why she's not gonna call in? No one, what's up? Jeff, what's going on? I pulled your chart. I think was it you, Jeff? No, you might have been. I think it's you, Jeff. I did pull your chart. Um, I looked at it. Uh, I think I'm gonna do a. I think I might do a. I think I'm actually going to Patreon stream tomorrow. So I'll pull up your chart. Now we can probably chop it up then about your chart. Um, Legit time processor. What's up? Yeah, they do. Their mama failed. It's kind of hard. Femininity courses will help, and they can perform it. But the thing is, those habits have to be developed early. They really do. That's what I'm coming to believe. Because I look at people that didn't, and their habits have to be developed early. Dardar, yeah, all you can do is pretend. Edward, what's up? Ryan Will, Cornelius, Faber, Johnny Vegas, what up, Mike? I ain't been to Vegas in a minute, man. I'm due for a Vegas trip. Hey, the good doctor, Dr. Truth in the building. What's up? Isuki, what's up? Yeah, I just popped up and I heard them talking. I didn't even know I was actually going to allow me up, but he did, and I just shot him what I knew. What's going on, Tobias? DJ, B-side, what up? One of my day ones. Shango, what's going on? Juice, Terror, Terror Reb, 2002. No one. Oh, yeah, you know, a funky academic. He's an acquired taste, man, and he's I don't know how to take him, man. He's a socialist, but not quite a socialist, man. It's just he's all over the place. That's why I call him funky academic. I think he's more like a. I'll call him more like a bohemian. Okay, bohemian minimalist. That's what I would call him. There's nothing wrong. Well, he could be new, man. I don't care. I have no clue what he's talking about, man. Because we were already slanted toward we were already because we're in a matriarchy already. So a feminist just pushed us feminism just pushed it further into a matriarchy. That's all that happened. Um, I really don't have much opinion on it. I saw some of it, but uh, I mean, there are other guys like um, like Shannon, like uh, Dennis Sperling, and a few. Even Charles is part of the mix. And everybody in the mix they're not all the same. And these are the guys that don't usually speak out. So, but they're looking to get married. So these guys are still have a little blue pill in them. So you got to expect that everybody that's in the mix that listen to Kevin is not red pill. You can't expect that. Sup YT, Ty Wells. We don't know, man, because it's an experiment. We don't know. I hope it doesn't blow up. I think they will because they have enough talent. There's enough talent for them to make the playoffs at least, but how far they will go is a different story. Mr. Blue Collar, Faber. See where we at. Got a lot of people in. Kimmit Gaming, what's up? Michael, HLM, Craig, what up? Yeah, I heard that the first. I heard that. I'll get my traditional McRib on the first. Lay. Because my AdSense is not really turned on. That's why, Michael. Yeah, I have it, so we can chop it up. We may be able to chop it up tomorrow. If I don't chop it up tomorrow, I'll actually make a private video for you. I got to do yours, and I got to do Soul Shaders. Sigma Roden, what's up? Yeah, the package is gonna be down, man. It might be further down. Lavaris, what's up? Lavaris, you got to send me your deets, man. But I'll probably be on tomorrow, so if you want me to do your chart, just you got to send me your deets. Tali, what's up? Right wing policies, woman. Okay, PUA. Uh, Thank you, Lavaris. Appreciate you. Joe Average Brother, what's up? I think Dr. Tiasan gave me a wrench. I need a tutorial on what to do with it. You'll figure it out. I don't know, Mike. We'll see. Tampa, what's up? How to get out of the friend zone. I did a video on how to get out of the friend zone. I really did. But we can let's see how much time I got. I'll come back to it. Let me welcome everybody. Salich, what's going on? Sauchi. That's his name. Sauchi, what's up? Tony Man, what's up? Did you guys hear about Black Friday? Yeah, in fact, I'm going to do a story on it. I actually had, that's my next video. I'll probably be uploading it tomorrow. You're too much of a caveman. Hey, no issues, man. No issues. You know, anything you wanted to do it is enough. You can donate a like though. Yeah, not all men are red pill. So people think that everybody that follows Kevin is red pill. Got to remember, Kevin is mainstream. I don't know if they'll get to the finals. That remains to be seen. I think they should have ran the team back that they won a championship with, though. Um, des- Design and art. Okay, what's up? Ty Wells, what's up? The unit, amen. The unit, Amen Ra. Okay, what's up? Winston Elliott, have you heard about the Daddy's Girl cult? I haven't heard about it, but I know women, um, Women like that kind of stuff. So it could be a whole bunch of simp. Uh, Final watcher. I'd like a chart done. If that is cool, I'm a patron. If you want your chart done, I'll probably be doing a patron stream tomorrow. And when I'm on a patron stream, anything goes. Whatever you guys want to talk about, do anything goes. In fact, we're doing Bitcoin charts. We're doing astrology charts. We're talking about uh, what else we talked about? We're talking about morality. We're talking about a whole bunch of stuff. So for them 2 to 3 hours, you can ask anything you want because it's your time. It's your time that you pay for, so you can ask anything. Patreon starts at $1. Patreon starts at $1. I take, I didn't. Yeah, some people start at 5. Some people start at 10. I could get 10, 15, $20 if I really wanted to actually do my Patreon properly, but I wanted it open to everybody, so I started at $1. If you're willing to put in $1, my Patreon's open. I probably need to put more content in. Yeah, yeah, he does. He's trying to convert some of these people. But the thing is, those kind of guys you saw calling in are not broke. Okay, you think they're broke? They're not broke. These cats have money. A lot of the guy followers are Kevin Samuels. They're upper middle class. It should be, but it's not. Yeah, it should be, but no. I wanna keep the university open. If I was charging $50, I would have almost have to pretty much not put anything on YouTube. Everything would have to go to patrons. I've heard of Queen of Spades. Okay, that enjoy black men. Yeah, heard. Queen of Spades is old, man. I heard of Queen of Spades, man. Like Jesus God, it's got to be almost 30 years ago. Queen of Spades has been around for a long time. Somebody asked, how do you get out of the friend zone? How do you get out of the friend zone? Basically the best way to, if one, don't get in the first place. Okay. If you're gonna be in a friend zone, make that woman be a friend to you. Don't take her out on dates. Don't pay for meals. Don't do anything that you wouldn't do for a male friend. Okay. If you help her move, she's got to do something for you. Like you wouldn't be helping your buddy do something if they didn't reciprocate. So you treat her like a friend. That's number one. Okay. First you have to uh, get. You shouldn't be in a friend zone. If you like a woman, if you're sexually attracted to a woman and she's not sexually attracted to you, you need to leave her alone. That's not a good deal. Even if you get her, it's not a good deal. That's a power imbalance. That's number one. That's what I say first of all. But if you do get into it, um, first thing you have to do is make her be a friend. Second thing, if there's any kind of interest, okay, withdraw some of your emotional support, and then make her be a wingman. Best way to get her friends on, make her go out and find you some women. When she goes out on a date, when you go out to party, okay, make her be your wingman. Okay, make her have her help draw you in other women. Say if you're in the friend zone of a chick that's 8, 9, or 10, right? And you're in the friend zone. You want to fuck her, but you can't, right? But you got to make use of her. Uh, they always they call this indication of interest and proof of desire, right? I can't remember the exact term. Basically, go to a club where there's a lot of women, and if she's the prettiest woman that's out there, make her cuddle up to you, that kind of stuff, so that it looks like that you're with her. And so the next time you go to that club, they know say, oh, you had that baddie. So women are automatic. The women that you know will automatically think that you're a step above. They will actually help you get more dates. And then after you smash a couple of them, say, well, what about the girl that you brought in? We just friends with benefits, that kind of shit, right? You can lie, and if she's your buddy, she'll accept that lie because she's trying to help you get laid. Put her to good use. That's the best way to get out of the friend zone. And if you take away your emotional support, because that's what women want out of a friend zone, then either she's going to ante you up and give you some pussy or date you, or she's not. That's the best way to get out of a friend zone. All right. And you don't want to be an orbiter. You don't want to get in that position in the first place. But some guys, you fall for a chick, you fall for a chick. But even women fall into friend zone. So it goes both ways. Most guys don't really know that. But if she's a friend, make her be a friend. Treat her like she's your buddy. Don't if you I would say if you're sexually attracted to a woman and she doesn't reciprocate, then you move on. Yeah, but that's the best way to get out of friend zone. If she's leaning your way, you withdraw your emotional support and give it to somebody else. LA game makes women fast first night. Uh, it depends, man. It depends. I always get into trouble trying to smash women the first night, man, because they want to keep you. There was another question I'm trying to find. Well, Dave, he's already been paid. Dave doesn't care. If they remove his video, they remove his video. Dave doesn't care. They already got his. He already got his 25 million, so he doesn't care. Dave will be on HBO or something. Dave doesn't care. Fred Holiday, what's up? Unreasonable Man, what's up? You know what? I haven't been an orbiter since high school. Haven't been an orbiter since high school. And she was a friend. I could have smashed. It's just she was a friend. But I haven't been an orbiter since high school. They were my friend. They were my friend. You shoot your shot. That's where I learned. I learned in middle school and high school. If because I went to school with a lot of dimes and a lot of pretty women. And you shoot your shot. If they shoot you down, then you move on. You learn to move on. So I learned that real early. Not necessarily. If you use her as a friend, you got to use her as a friend. Women, pretty women have their uses if you use them right. But look, the thing is, your thirst to actually fuck her is overwhelming your reason because you're trying to find a way into her pants instead of using her for what she's useful for. Uh, because a lot of pretty women they have friends. Okay, they got friends. Uh, they can actually bring attention to you. Let's say you go to a club. You go to a club with a dime. Okay, a verified dime, and she gets into VIP. You're gonna get in the club. She gonna pull you in. She could pull you into parties. Ron was saying that the other night when he had chicks that were 100 octane or dimes, right? They got him into places he couldn't ordinarily get into, but he used that. He wasn't concerned of smashing them. His concern of actually getting access to their network. So women that are dimes can actually take you a lot of places. The thing is that you got to get over. You got to start thinking with your big head instead of your little head. Most guys do. Oh, she's so beautiful, man. You sit up and you dream about her. You daydream about her, right? Instead of getting you a bunch of fours and getting rid of just unloading all that stuff, man, all the stuff that you got built up in you and thinking. Because all of my good-looking friends, man, they got me stuff, man. They actually worked out for me. A lot of good-looking women got me places and to talk to people that I ordinarily wouldn't talk to. That's the way you use them. Thing is not to get out of the friend zone, is to use the friend zone. And if you get in a friend zone with a woman that's not useful, then it's time to move on. I don't care if you smashing her or she push you in the friend zone. Is that woman useful to you? Sometimes, man, you prefer to be in the friend zone with some chicks, man, because you save some money. You know what? There's one good way to use a chick that's in the friend zone, right? Say if she's on your Facebook or she's on your social media, and you guys, you know how you guys come together and And how you guys come together and smile for the camera and shit like that, or you have your hand around her waist and while you're taking a selfie. Okay, you put that on your Facebook, you put that on social media. When another chick that's lesser looks at that and they say, "Who's she?" Ah, she's just a friend, which she really is, but that gives you a higher status just being with that chick. Or say, because in their mind, you're lying because there's no way you be with a chick like that unless you're smashing. So she thinks you're smashing that chick. So your value goes up because you're just around her. There's ways to use her. There's ways to use pretty chicks if you're clever. Um, Suppressing your anima. It's not suppressing your anima. It's not. You're not really suppressing your anima. Um, you're offloading the work of your anima to somebody else. In other words, Jungian says that you put you push you. If, Jung said it himself. Okay, Jung said it yourself about your anima, right? Um, that woman is for you, and that woman you actually pushing the workload of carrying your animal onto somebody else instead of developing it yourself. You're not suppressing it. You know, my time and beauty cost. Yeah, leverage. Well, I didn't know you 15 years ago, sir. But I used to do that. I used to do that. You're around pretty women. Less, I've seen that because I've had pretty girlfriends. And you know how women, you know how you if you're on Facebook or social media, and the chick that you're talking to is looking over your shoulder, right? And she sees a prettier chick than her. It makes her bring her value down because she's comparing herself to what she thinks or might even be your past, right? And she knows where her status is according to what you've had, and she will automatically downgrade herself. So there's a way to actually use pretty women. Anyway, what's next? Yeah, she could. There's a lot of ways to use a pretty woman. What is? Yeah, yeah, it makes you more desirable. Light bearer, see, light bearer is that dude, man. Light bearer got that dark energy. He knows. See, light bearer don't let that prettiness get in the way of the objective. So light bearer knows what it is. I don't have to tell him. Basically, the worst thing you can do is fuck around with a 9 or 10 and can't afford her. Okay, she gonna make your life a living hell. You don't even want it. I've never wanted anything above an 8 because I didn't want to pay for it. So a 10 come around, I ain't fucking with it. You need another man. We can kick it, but you need another man. Does it come down if you play the game it's time for marriage? You're making an old order world thinking. No. If some people need to be married, some people really need to be married. If marriage is a necessity for you, then do it. But go in, do it knowing what all the costs are. Just like if you buy a car, a house, or anything like, or make an investment, you got to know what the upside is. You got to know what the downside risks are, and balance those out. If the upside is greater than the downside, go ahead and do it. Yeah, yeah. Either they will like to try harder or they'll eliminate themselves. Yeah, that's true. Yeah, other pretty women. It does. Yeah, it basically it certifies you. I don't know why. I don't know why you suffered one eye. A lot of times, you know what? A lot of guys, if you're suffering one itis and that kind of shit, what you need is a mini monk good. You need to take a year off. You take a year off, not talk to women, not try to screw women. You need to just take a year off and get over your lust. Because one-itis means one part lust and one part programming. I think my longest stream was 14 hours, and I could pull off a 24-hour stream, but I'd be like soup. There's no way I could do it. I mean, I'd be babbling to myself. The longest I've done is 14 hours. It's actually more than that, Code Black. It's more than that. You have to understand the whole game. It's not beta bucks. It's you got to understand the whole game. He's actually trying to get guys to tap into what we call masters of the universe. Um, that's a different level because at our level we think it's beta bucks. At their level, it's not. It's just the cost of doing business. Let's see. In about 5 minutes. Um, Now I'll open it up in about 5 or 10 minutes if you guys want to participate and not just your usual people. So all you guys that are in the chat asking questions, um, if I open it up, then I can't ask, I can't answer questions from the chat. So if I get enough original people actually come up, number one, I got to get more likes. Okay, if I'm even thinking about opening it up, because I don't have enough. Number two, I got to get if you guys got to be willing to ask questions um, on the stream instead of in the chat because I can't, it's impossible for me to keep up. Even if you're on like for 5 minutes, okay. If you only got 5 minutes, you just want to ask a question, you want to have an interaction for 5 minutes, that's cool. But a lot of people want to stay in the chat, which I don't understand. Why be on the stream if you want to be in the chat? Doesn't make sense to me. I bought the infamous blue sim shoes. I have a couple, man. I have let me see if I can find it because the guy that did my latest, not my latest, but one of my avatars. He actually gave me a really good one that I haven't used yet. Let me see if I can find it. It's funny as hell. It is funny as hell. I just need a place to use it, but I'm actually gonna use it eventually. Let me show you guys this real quick because this is hilarious. Share screen. It's actually hilarious. I might use that one. I'm actually gonna use that instead of the blue sim shoes. I might use that one because that is hilarious. Actually, the guy that actually did one of my avatars. So I haven't had a chance to use it, but I might use it. I might do a reaction to the thing about Kevin. So many people are talking about it. I didn't, it wasn't that big a deal to me, but some people think that it is. So I might do a reaction video to it. I used to feel like KS was informative, but also teaching women how to be productive men. He's not really doing. Code Black, if you really want to have a conversation, man, go wait 5 minutes, all right? Because we can't really have a good conversation like this. Because I got a whole lot of people. I don't think so. You got to understand what he's trying to say. Most of you guys don't understand what he's trying to say. And she still looks pissed. Oh, is that you? Legos. Okay. Okay, shout yourself out, man. Yeah, I actually used it in on my Black Pill Gnostic video. Okay, the last one I did for Jada Pinkett. People liked it, man. People liked it. I hope you liked the music I actually used with it. I think it kind of fit. People thought it was dope. So I appreciate you, man. Shout out to you, man. Um, next time I'll actually shoot me an email, man, and tell me how you want me to actually um, uh, put your name underneath in the description for doing the artwork. Oh, I've been mad. I've been mad. I've been upset. I would Code Black and actually bring his point up when we come up. I'm just not going to do it from the chat. In fact, you can get on too. Actually, actually what he's really doing is basically disqualifying like 90% of the women that actually come up there. 90% of the women he's actually disqualifying. Hit the like button, folks. Adrian, I actually cut that piece out for you on Patreon. I hope you saw it. Yeah, it does look like one of those David Carroll thumbnails. Blue Pill Anonymous. There's nothing. Okay, there's nothing wrong with Blue Pill if it works for you. If Blue Pill works for you, the vast majority of guys are always going to be Blue Pill. Okay, they are. And if the vast majority of guys weren't Blue Pill, this whole system will fall apart. So there's nothing wrong with Blue Pill if it works for you. If it doesn't work for you, then you need a Red Pill. Okay, and the vast majority of people have to stay in the Matrix. It's just a necessity. Oh, no, the one I got works. The one actually works, so it's cool. It is actually cool. It's actually perfect. I just need the email so I can actually put your name into the acknowledgement into my every time I use it. I would love to put people's names that actually make the artwork into my description so people actually know it. I might even put your name in the corner so people knows who actually did the artwork. But I need to know what you want to be called to actually not acknowledge you. Oh, thank you, Aisha. It depends. It more or SYSBM. It depends because it depends on who you are and what your outlook is. What if you're not blue or red pill? What does that make you, sir? If you're not blue or red pill, there's only three pills: blue, red, and black. Which one are you? You have to fit in because that's the way society's set up. Just because you say you're not doesn't mean that you're not. But if you guys want to get on and tell me, okay, TD, I told someone the same thing you said about the vaccine. I said y'all gonna get that shot regardless, so keep crying. Now I'm watching as each one of them lining up after all that denial. Well, the thing is that I don't even talk about the vaccine because y'all niggas get in your feelings, and I never said you should take the vaccine. In fact, if you listened early on with me, when I was talking to Nicole, Dr. Dunbar, and Don Calypso, and when they first came out, we said wait and see what the reaction is. Wait to see what the because there are going to be side effects. There are going to be side effects. Experiment. There's always side effects with anything, right? Wait and see what the side effects are before you actually take it, so you know which one to take, whether you're going to take it, and how important it is to you taking it, right? And they decided this is their way out, and they decided that they're going to slowly but surely urge you. They're not going to force you, but they're going to urge you, push you into the corner where, okay, if you really want to do things, you're going to have to take it. Cost of doing business, right? Because I really don't care. If you're a nihilist, you're a black pill, sir. If you're a nihilist, you're a black pill. A nihilist is either utilitarian or I mean, a black pill is either utilitarian or nihilist. If you're a nihilist, you're black pill. It's a philosophy. It's not a club. It's a philosophical stance. Sick Diggy, what's up? Silver Desperado, what's up? You may never contain it. We don't because we don't know what it is. They had hoped it would take the trajectory of the of the Spanish flu, but so far they said it probably won't. If they designed it too well, it might not. We don't know. It's a living organism. You can't determine what a living organism is going to do. It's not a machine. For some people, nihilism is depressing. For some people, it's freedom. Depends on how you look at it. The topic is morality and ask me anything. So, people go in on me about posting Kabuki Cabal or Rodney stuff. But Rodney's one of my guys, right? And he's got a channel. So if he puts up a video, you like it or not, whatever you say, I'm gonna share it. Now, if you got a problem with Rodney says, go over to Rodney's channel because I don't want to hear it. I ain't taking no vaccine. Well, man, fuck it. Don't take the goddamn vaccine. I didn't tell you to take a vaccine. I'm not making you take it. I could care less. What up, G? All right. Anyway, I am going to, it's through 30 minutes in, final questions, and then I'm going to drop it in. Most black pillars, they claim they're black pill, but they're not. They're actually failed blue pill. Because if you accept the black pill, accept who you are, accept the world as it is, you're not suffering. And too many guys are suffering. Why are you suffering? If you're taking the black pill, it's going to eliminate suffering. Because nihilists actually enjoy themselves because they don't care. There's nothing. No, they don't care about society or morals, anything like this. They've given them all up, and they enjoy themselves, or they do whatever it is to make themselves happy. That's nihilist. Utilitarian is about building. So either way, you're not going to suffer. My Cash App. Hold on. In fact, let me check my emails and see. Oh, Eric sent me. This is the second time Eric sent me money. I appreciate you, Eric. John, appreciate you. Thornton, appreciate you. Dardar, appreciate you. Let me see. Where's my? I think it should be here. They took it out of the description. Okay. Let me find it. One of my old videos. And let me pull it. Your channel. Let's see. YouTube does odd things. Copy and paste. All right. There should be the Cash App. Yeah. You ever see the Joker or Batman suffering? They didn't suffer. That's black pill. If you accept the darkness, if you don't accept the darkness, you haven't accepted the black pill. That means you're blue pill because you're wishing to go back to a former life, knowing that you can't. If you accept the black pill and accept reality as it is, okay, no matter what it is as it is, then you're not suffering because you don't wish for a former life because that former life is an illusion. Okay. If you okay, say if you're short dude that's kind of ugly, right? And instead of suffering, what are you gonna do to get out of your suffering? You're gonna sit in your basement and mope, or you're gonna get in the gym and work out, and then get your skills up and move to some place where you're acceptable. That is a nihilist. A nihilist will make enough money; they'll pay for chicks that they want. Okay, that's a nihilist because they're trying to adapt to the environment that they're in. That's a nihilist. Okay. So-called black pillar that's sitting there moping on his couch talking, woe is me. That's a blue pill guy. It's a blue pill guy. You guys hit the like button. Okay. I'm gonna drop the link in about two. Final question before I drop the link. Final questions before I drop the link. I've seen some of it, but um, I haven't seen the top 75. Uh, I don't like getting. It depends on who puts it out, man, because everybody has their leanings. So yes, I'm going to review Insecure when it comes out on Sunday. I want to finish it up. Oh, you got the yeah, that is one. If you're not too sick, some people it works for, and if you're too far gone, it don't do shit. But yeah, if you got monoclonal antibodies, you're pretty sick. You are pretty sick if you got that. And a monoclonal antibody treatment is really expensive. You're on birth control. Oh shit. Okay. Uh, if if you were if you were in Star Wars, you wouldn't be either. You probably be what do they call the guy? What do they call him? Mandalorian. You'd be one of those Mandalorians, man. You'd be a bounty hunter. That's you, G. You're not a Jedi. Okay, you're a bounty hunter, dude. You'd be the Mandalorian. All right. Uh, since we are like 35 minutes in and we're not going to stay all night, I am going to drop the link. I think the Dark Knight. In fact, there's a couple of books on the psychology or the philosophy of the Dark Knight that I have to read because I want to get a little bit more philosophical about it because they are the flip side of the same coin. Even Killmonger, Killmonger, will like him or not, is a utilitarian. Now, the way he did it, I don't agree with, but he's a utilitarian. Killmonger and T'Challa were utilitarians. Just went about things differently. Uh, basically, Killmonger was more the extreme utilitarian, which is the dictator, uh, and T'Challa was the middle path. His father was more blue pill, which is structured with his withdrawing, that kind of stuff. But well, Killmonger forced T'Challa into the black pill. They had to make a choice. Most guys don't want to turn to their friends who are more successful women. It's an ego thing. Many dudes think it's awkward to talk about women and their dads and to their dads and family members. Yeah, because everybody gets a trophy. All right, you guys asking all them goddamn far out questions like who was it? You need to get on the string because you guys want to go back and forth in the chat and you guys have all that uh, questions about Kevin and all that kind of stuff. Get on the string.
Hmm.
Yeah.
There's no
You
such
guys
thing
get
as being on black pill, Hammer. You're not even close to being black pill, dude.
what do you
What's
mean?
up with you, BGS? How you feeling, OG?
What's up, G?
Man, I'm sitting here. I'm in fucking rural Wisconsin. This is the whitest place I've ever been, bro.
Utah would be the whitest place you've ever. Well, yeah. Oh, that you have ever been. Wisconsin, Milwaukee's in Wisconsin. There's a lot of black folks in Wisconsin. Okay. You go to somebody got
I've been
echo.
here. Listen, man. I've been here for 16 hours. I ain't seen one black person.
Oh, you can go anywhere in the United States and not see a black person. You can go to Maryland in certain spots and not see a black person.
But it's pretty cool though. It's crazy. Like they like going out their way to be nice to me. That's what's crazy. They're like going out, they're like, how you doing? And all that. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, you're not a threat. It's not enough of you to be a threat.
Yeah. So
So,
they're actually talking to me. A guy being another trucker, he came and knocked on my window. We went and had lunch.
yeah,
I was
they
like, okay,
lonely, man.
I had a date.
Yeah, they lonely. You ain't got nobody to talk to. Truckers like to talk. I ain't never
Yeah.
seen a trucker that didn't like to talk, man, because you by yourself so much that anytime you get around people, you want to talk.
Mm.
Yeah. Can y'all hear me?
Yeah.
Speak up a little bit. We can't hear you.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah. I just to kind of address your comment about being black pill or whatever. Um,
Mm-hmm.
all I will say is this. I kind of grew up. Um, I wouldn't say a preacher's kid, like a very Christian religious church in a way. And I've had the situation where everything has been.
Where are you from, man?
You already know I was originally born in West Africa. Then my
Yeah,
family kind of
there's 54 fucking countries in Africa. There's probably like 15 in West Africa. Which country are you
Cameroon,
from?
Cameroon,
Huh?
West
You from
Africa, Cameroon.
Cameroon? You're in
Yeah.
Cameroon, right? Were you a child soldier?
I was not a child soldier, but I knew child soldier. I'll
Were
put it
you a
like that.
child soldier? Okay.
No, I was not a child soldier.
You're not black pill. Okay. Did you live out in the bush?
No, not in the
Do you
world.
see
But I
you
did
see
remember
people?
the
Did you
child.
did you see people die, like get
Yes,
killed?
yes, I have. Yes, I have. Because a lot of people don't notice, but Cameroon, right? Because of it used to be split. It was originally controlled by the Germans, and it was switched from the French and the British.
Mm-hmm.
We have an
Mm-hmm.
angle side, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so this constant ethnic conflict. I remember when I was like 5, 4 years. I was 7 years old, and a lot of time when you would have these sort of battles, ethnic fights, no, the people around the village would actually see it. I don't know. I remember I saw like a soldier. He came to a room that was next to our shanty home, and he essentially,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know what he was saying, but he essentially executed the people in that room, and he left.
Mm-hmm.
That's actually something that I remember. That was the first time I actually saw blood and people died.
Okay.
For And so that's something I still remember even now. That
Okay.
image is still in my head.
So
And
what?
also I've told you guys
So,
before how
so what? So
by
what? You can't. Now, well, how can you be beyond black pill?
I was over exaggerated, but essentially
Oh,
what I was okay,
go ahead.
but yeah, but essentially what I was trying to say, right, is
Mm-hmm.
that when you grow kind of growing up personally, right, I grew up in sort of a Christian household, or whatever.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
First of all, I was living in West
Christian,
Africa.
a Christian household is very blue pill. Okay.
Yep.
But this is yes, I understand that, right? But I was
If I'm not mistaken, you have an aversion that's date the fucking hookers, right?
huh?
You had an aversion to actually having sex with hookers. Remember that?
Yes, because of STDs. I'm like
Bullshit. Nah, it's called
What?
niggas. It's called a goddamn condom.
Hey, you gotta support your local hooker, man.
I struggle.
Mm.
I
You
cannot do
yeah,
it.
you cannot even be close
I see
if
them
you have an
lower.
if you have an aversion to banging a hooker, then you're not black pill, sir.
Yeah,
Not
you
even
ain't black
close.
pill.
No, you
Support
fucking
your local hookers.
look. I'm sorry. Okay,
Welcome to Rehabilitation Boot Camp.
look. I'm not
BGF, can you hear
Oh,
me?
no
I can
classes.
hear you. Yeah.
I'm just not. Just to be honest, right now I'm actually mixed
What
argument.
what 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 makes you black pill?
What I will say makes me, of course, you
Let's
guys
get to
mentioned.
let's
Hold on,
get
hold
to
on,
the
hold on,
point.
hold on, BS.
No,
What
no, no.
exactly is the black pill?
Okay, let me finish with him, and then I'll tell you what the black pill is. Okay. Um, what you said you're black pill. What makes you black pill, Hammer?
Oh yeah. So now this is my definition. You guys may disagree with it, but essentially,
The- the-
what
the-
I
mm,
what black pill is that is when you come to the understanding that all of the problems in the world come down to human nature itself, and that
no,
unless you,
no, no, no. Your
all right,
problems your problems in the world come to basically dealing with the environment. Okay. Long before human nature is actually part of the environment, and human nature
but
actually.
that, but
Yeah. In fact,
okay,
human nature actually conquered most of your problems. You come from the continent, man. You come to a first world country. You know what it's like to be out in that goddamn bush with no resources, right?
yeah.
If human nature was that goddamn bad, why are you in America?
well, well, when I say human nature, right, I'm talking about in a more like, philosophical sense, in terms of like, you know, human
But that's
beings,
not. But it's not the black pill. But go ahead.
oh, well, that's what I thought. Well, that's what I thought the black was a philosophical ideal in terms of
It's a
how
philosophical.
people
How do I define black pill? And actually, Gigi,
the funny point, the funny
who's
point.
a philosopher that actually agreed with me, is looking at the world without morals. Morals are what? Morals are created by
Yeah,
people to actually get along with each other, right?
yeah,
Morals
morals are
only
subjective. They
morals are
change over time.
well, because morals are not real. Okay, they're rules that are embedded into socializing the people so that you can actually societies can actually get along. Okay, that's black pill, and basically your military guys, your top level leaders know that morality is subjective, and morality is dependent on where you're at and what you're actually doing, right? So
Yeah.
ordering a strike and killing 20,000 people for the greater good, okay, is killing 20,000 people in America at one time moral?
Well, if you or you well, if
Answer the
you believe
question. Answer the question.
moral,
Is 20,000 in the United States moral?
no, it's not moral.
But your army can kill 20,000 people in a battle, okay, or starve out 100,000 people. Okay, what's the
Hmm.
difference?
Well, that's well the well it's the context, right?
It's
Well,
the
we
context. Oh, the context. Okay, so there is no universal morality, is there?
yeah, it changes over time.
It changes with the context, not with time. Okay, if
It
somebody
changes.
drops a nuke, somebody drops a nuke on your head, it kills 5 million people. Is that moral?
No, it's not moral. It's not
But
moral.
it can happen, can't it?
It can.
And the people that dropped that nuke on your head, they think they were justified by doing it, don't they?
Yes, they think, but of course
They
I
think.
know.
What does that tell you? There's no universal morality, right? And leaders at the top end know that. The
And
black
and
the
You
black
know who
okay,
pill
else know
the
that?
the
People who
black
poor know that.
yeah,
not really. People sometimes people that poor. It depends on where they're socialized at. People are poor are actually way more blue pill because they need to believe in something to survive.
I
Would you
mean,
say?
I think I'm being black pill BGS then, because I accept everything. I'm not mad at shit that really happened.
yep.
I just be like, all right.
Yeah, well, it depends. It depends on who you are, but for the most part, because like I said, man, I grew up in the hood, so I
Hmm.
know the vast majority of people are not black pill. They grew up
Huh.
in the hood, okay? Because I grew up there. In
Yeah,
fact, I'm still in it.
most people think that shit should be a certain way. They don't understand that shit just
E- e-
is what it is.
Even people in the ghetto, in the projects, believe the shit should be a certain way.
Yeah, most
And they,
definitely.
but there's even the projects in the hood, there's a code. It might not be
Yeah,
the same code that on the other side of town, but there's a code. Go ahead,
Oh
Hammer.
yeah.
yeah.
Make it make sense, Hammer. You're like
Well,
20 years old. You try to tell me about philosophy. Go ahead, man.
first of all, you guys already know that I respect people who are older than me. That's always been my code of ethics. I've learned so much
Mm,
from BGS. I read books. I love reading. I love learning from other people all the time. So I
yeah.
never have this thing of I know everything. Everybody knows that. you know. That's just
You would be if you would be black pill if you were the guy ordered to go out and execute people and you're the one carrying the machete or the gun. Then you be black pill.
I have a question. Why do so many guys think they're black pill, or is it like, hey, I want to be different?
Because they
I
want to
Exactly.
want
be
be
like BGS.
in other words, they think that black pill is a level up. Okay, I was blue pill, I'm red pill. Ultimately, I want to be black pill.
yeah. That's
And
true.
Or
That's true.
edgy.
and,
And I'm just
most
speaking to
people
myself.
don't realize what black pill is because if you're really truly black pill and you don't have some semblance of post traumatic stress, then you're not black pill, boss.
I'm just thinking to
Got
myself.
that already.
Yeah.
If you never had to go to war or had to
Hmm.
see the true ugly nature of humanity, you
Hmm.
kind of don't want to.
Well, Charles. Let me ask you a question. Right? You've been to war, right? So you've seen people die. Um, okay, even if you didn't go out and kill people, right? If you grew up in an environment where you did see people die, you did see soldiers carrying out hits around where you live, would that classify you as black pill, or do you need to actually pick up the gun and go and
You have to pick.
execute?
You'd have to pick up the gun and do it,
Nah,
Okay,
or
nah,
or or,
nah,
or you would have to have one of your loved ones actually chopped to death next to you in bed. Okay,
nah.
okay.
that happened to you?
You can't.
Well, not my loved one, but I've seen other people do
But
it.
Okay.
Okay,
put it
so,
to you this way. Put it to you this way.
mhm.
A lot of guys think it's black pill, think it's cool. If I told you somebody was trying to kill you or trying to kill people, are you gonna be the guy who either says it doesn't matter, you might as well let them kill me, or you know what, for the best, for the for the best for humanity, I gotta kill this motherfucker because he's a danger to us all. Which one are you gonna pick?
Obviously, I'm going to aspire to go and stop this dude. Obviously,
It's
And
utilitarian.
and you gotta and let me put it to you this way. I'm gonna really hit it home. A lot of people would not do that.
really.
A lot of people would not choose either.
Mm.
Do you think stealing is wrong, Hammer?
Me,
Yeah.
yes, in the moral sense it's wrong, but I also understand that I can't control people's actions. So if they steal, that it is what it is. Go ahead.
That's not the question he asked you.
Yes, I do believe this is wrong. Yes, straight
Have
statement.
you ever had to steal something to eat?
Have I ever had a?
No.
I was
Just
close to,
no, no,
but
no.
no,
That I will say it's a yes or no question. Not I will
no,
say.
no, never.
The
I've
answer is
never.
no.
So
No,
who?
I've
So
never.
if you had to guess, is the person who had to steal something to eat wrong?
Personal.
Nah, you're struggling. You're not black pill, sir.
That's because on one hand, right, the person doesn't have anything to eat, but on the
You're,
other
you're not
hand,
you're not black pill, man.
In other words, do you look at it as an act of survival or as an act of theft?
I will I would look at it as an act of survival. That's what I would look at it.
Now,
If
I'm
now,
gonna tell you. I'm gonna
now,
tell you
remember
why.
what?
One
I'm gonna
time,
tell
one at
you.
a time, y'all. One at a time. You guys can
Go
I'm
share
ahead,
gonna
that
tell
with
you.
Officer
each other.
Charles.
I'm gonna tell you why you're not black pill.
okay, brother, tell me.
Because you have morality.
Wow. So in other words, being black
And I'm,
pill
and I'm,
means
and I'm gonna tell you why. Your reaction to what I said when you said "Wow," that proves it.
Is it safe to say if you want to be black pill, you're not black pill?
The void chooses you, not the other way around.
No, you. It's like saying you go to the army or you go. Matter of fact, we'll go even local. Become a police officer. No military experience.
mhm.
3 blocks away, you're driving down. You hear bam, bam, bam. You make a U-turn. You see 3 guys, one shot in the head, one shot in the body, one shot in the arm and the leg. One of them is holding their guts. The other one is like stiff dead. What you think that's gonna do to somebody?
Well, I've seen people
No,
be
no, no,
shot.
no, no. He has compassionate.
Oh, sorry.
Uh, that's gonna freeze most people. Most people wouldn't know how to react to that. I would imagine.
Yeah,
Because if you're truly black pill, you can't freeze. You got to do something.
yeah.
Either walk past it, or because the nihilists will just okay, it was their time to go.
Yeah,
It doesn't matter.
it takes a while to develop that. But the thing is, say you worked in Baltimore as a cop, and you see a child that's been raped, okay, a kid that's been beaten, a kid that's been shot, husband and wife, somebody on overdose on drugs. You have to see this shit day after day. What would that do to your psyche?
Probably
Yeah,
wreak some havoc.
Now, hold on.
yeah.
It makes you
You'll
become
be
cynical.
you
You
become
become more cynical,
pragmatic,
disillusioned.
ruthlessly pragmatic. I guess.
You
You
become
stop giving a
you be
fuck.
pragmatic, okay? But the thing
Hmm.
is, you stop attaching right and wrong to it, wouldn't you?
Yeah, day after day. Yeah.
Day after day. That. In other words, the black pill chooses you.
And
But
you know, basically,
That's interesting. Yeah.
BT's gonna chuckle from this.
Yes, sir.
Black
But
pill is the ultimate. Black pill is the ultimate. No rhyme, no reason.
mm,
Okay, it is what it is. You gotta. It is what it is, and to maintain the order, you either gotta be one way or another. You don't get to choose who you save. You just gotta save them.
So are you not? You're not born black pill. You're essentially baptized over.
God,
You're exposed
God,
to it.
the people that are born black pill, you don't really don't want to know them.
Yeah,
Okay,
some
okay.
sociopath type shit.
Let
Right.
me read off my Cash App real quick. Final Watcher, appreciate you. Uh, Nathan, appreciate you. F Holiday, appreciate you, and Jonathan, appreciate you. And I think I already thanked John. Okay,
By the
appreciate you
way,
for the Cash App.
You
and
know
just to
what I
let Eric know,
realized?
But
You know
hold
what?
on.
Go,
Could I could
go
I just
ahead,
say hello?
go ahead,
Could I
Truth.
just
Yeah. Go
I
ahead,
just wanted
Truth.
to say I just want to say hello to everybody on the panel. How's everybody's evening doing? How everybody doing? Everybody
Everybody's doing
healthy?
no,
good.
What's up, bro?
Good to hear. Good to
uh,
hear. You know what I'm saying?
and
Good to
just to
hear.
let
Yeah.
Eric know,
All right,
not
peace
a,
and blessings, brother.
Hey
and just
Malik, you got the mic, you got the background noise killed. Okay, cool. Um,
and just to let Eric know that
But
it's not
okay,
supposed
Hammer.
to be just.
I was just
go ahead, Truth.
go ahead, go
wondering
ahead.
about the specifically what spurred this discussion with Hammer on the subject of black pill. As Hammer
Oh,
is Hammer. Does Hammer think he's black pill, or are we just talking about it?
oh,
He's a Z, and he's going through the manosphere, and for whatever reason, black pill is just a hot topic
yeah.
the last couple of years.
Hmm.
Well, here's what I say, right? Based on what I heard about the black pill, I knew that it meant sort of a lack of morality, but I didn't think it meant zero morality, like no morality whatsoever. I thought that it just meant like awareness that
What?
morals are constructed. But essentially, what you guys are telling me is that essentially to be black pill is to essentially have no morals at all.
It's not okay. Basically, okay. Um, because
It's
you're
not
from Cam,
about having morals.
yeah, you've been out in the bush, right?
Yeah.
Like you've been out, but you from Cameron, you've been out in the bush, right?
Hmm.
So, are there buildings or structures or roads out in the bush?
No, especially in the rural areas.
So do clothes and stuff like that grow on trees?
No, of course not.
They're created, right, by people,
Mhm.
right? Okay. So
Yeah.
so if so so if I think Cameroon has animals like panthers and shit like that, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So if a panther eats you, is the panther immoral?
No.
No, because that's just weird, even though you're dead, right? Uh, because that's nature, right? That's nature
Yeah.
without morals, right? And that's human beings in their natural state. Okay, but together in a village, even a small village, they have a code, right?
Yeah.
There's morality even in the smallest village, right? I don't care how ancient the village is, right? They have a code.
Yeah.
There's a certain morality so they can get along, right?
Hmm.
Morals are created. They're
Yeah, it's a
not real,
construct.
okay? Just like laws are not real. They're created by people. They're constructs. And that's black pill. Nihilists and utilitarians know that laws and rules and that kind of rules of engagement, that kind of stuff, like soldiers have rules of engagement, okay?
Hmm.
As a code, okay? Like nihilists and utilitarians have a code that they go by that they develop to keep them from going too far. Like Batman, he doesn't kill people, right? Because that's his
Hmm.
code. That's his code to keep him on track from going
It's anchored
into
to
the deep.
morality.
His anchor to morality. His anchor to morality. Yeah, his anchor to the civilized world.
You
Okay,
know what
that's
I
a
like to
code.
compare this to, BGS?
Mm-hmm.
I usually
Yeah.
have talks with people about gang banging, right? And I
Mm-hmm.
Hmm.
always tell them I don't feel sorry for no gang bangers because they're mutual combatants.
Mm-hmm.
They all agreed to what they're doing.
Yep.
So when you see people pull up and hop out and shoot somebody, they be
Mm-hmm.
like,
Hmm.
that was so wrong. They wasn't doing nothing. No, they're
Mobsters
gang
too.
members.
Yeah,
Mobsters too.
they're in the game. Yeah, they're in the
They
game.
in the game.
Mobsters
Like
too.
everything is in. Remember what did Omar used to say in the game in the wire? It's all
Yeah,
in the game,
it's
yo.
all in the game. He said, "I never pull my gun on a citizen."
Yeah,
And
Yeah,
gang
black.
I
bangers
never
and
ran down
gang
on no civilian.
yeah and gang bangers call you civilians, man. You're
Yeah,
not a
you are
combatant.
a civilian. If you
Yeah.
not, that's a perfect example. I work a job. I haven't been in the streets in a long time, but I know that I'm a gang member. No matter what I say, no matter how I do, I know in my past life I took an oath.
Yeah.
So if I'm back home in my hometown and somebody run down on me, I gotta accept that.
Yeah.
I can't cry. I'm not gonna cop a plea like, no, that's not what I am no more. No, I'm always gonna be that. Because when I committed the acts, when I was young and I did something in 2006, I could have to pay for that today in 2021. And I accept that.
Oh, yeah.
Even if I no longer commit crime, I no longer in the streets, but I know what I am. I know no matter what,
Yeah.
I'm still a gang member.
You know what? You know what, Gino? What the funniest thing is to me that I noticed that as I gotten older is to see an OG man in the front yard watering his grass. Man, he still still got his head on a swivel. That's the funniest
No,
thing to me.
because
That's
you got to keep it.
because you know, you know,
Yeah,
you
you
got
got because acts of violence don't have a time limit. If
They
you've
don't.
done violence against people, they
Yeah.
want retribution.
And
Yeah.
young niggas don't got a schedule either.
Well, no, it's not just young, man. But basically, you never know because you in the game and basically you can never get out. You know,
Perfect
so
example. There's this dude in my city,
They
right?
pull me back in.
Listen,
no,
this
you
shit
you're
just
never out.
happened, right? There's this dude in my city, right? He ratted on some dudes in the 90s. Like, remember, this the 90s. He snitched on some dudes in the 90s, and nobody found out until like 2000, until last year, and he ended up dead. So 20 years ago, he told on some dudes, and they just got him 25 years later.
Yeah.
And he
Just
wasn't
when
even
I
doing
thought it
crime
was
no
out.
more. He wasn't doing crime no more. He didn't sell drugs. He had a job at a factory for like 13 years.
But he didn't move.
But he didn't move. He didn't
Yeah.
leave. That's why I left where I was from, because I already knew, like, hey, I can't stay here.
And they pull me back in.
No,
But it's but
No,
basically,
no.
your past found you. That's all.
but BJ, isn't the whole irony of it though about Michael Corleone's life is that he never actually left the mob, no matter
He could.
how much he actually desired it.
Yeah, he's in a game. You can never leave.
He never
Yeah, you
actually
can't
left it. That was the
leave.
joke. That was the joke of him saying that though. It's like, dude, we
Yes.
talking about they
No,
pulled you back in. You were in the shit the whole time. You never left.
His whole goal throughout most of the movies, though, he was trying to be legitimate. He was trying to move to legitimate. That's what he's talking about.
Yeah.
So it's like
he thought he escaped.
Right, exactly. Yep.
Well, that's a part of the life, though, BJ. Isn't that part of the Bob life?
Yeah, but the biggest hope, especially OGs, is get out of the life and not go back, and hope that your past doesn't find you, and that's the biggest
never
fear
works.
of it. It sometimes it does. It's gangster that die old, but the thing is, that's what you hope.
Lucky Luciano is the best example of that.
And The Godfather, though, his whole thing in taking over that
Didn't Lucky get
position
smoked?
of the family
Hold on,
was
calm
to
down.
be like to transition his family or his organization to legitimacy.
Right.
That was his whole plan in joining that. And he remember he was reluctant to take that position. He really had to because his older brother Sonny, he got killed. So it's like he was the one that basically had to step up and protect the family.
Yeah, and I think what he learned by the end of it was that he wanted to be legitimate, and essentially his goal from the beginning, even before he even was ushered into the position of mafia, he by the end of after the whole epoch of all the movies unfolding, for me it seemed that the lesson was that he wanted to protect his family, but he didn't. He wanted to also be successful. He wanted the Corleone family to be successful, and you really couldn't have both in that life. And he thought he could be out and still maintain success, but never did because he tried to protect his family as best as he could, but really never did. He really didn't.
But ultimately, the life he was in put his family in harm's way. So he ultimately destroyed his own family.
It cost him his daughter's life. That's what happened.
And it was tragic. It was tragic for Michael because as we see, Michael didn't start off as a mafioso. He kind of took it over.
He was born. No, he was born. Michael was born.
Not just his.
He was supposed to be a clean cut. Marine.
Yeah, he was. He's supposed to be a lawyer, and basically,
that was
that was Don Corleone's dream for Michael not to be involved. But the thing is,
a lawyer or a governor, senator.
Yeah, he wanted him to be eventually be a senator. Yeah.
It cost him the life. It cost him the life of his brothers too, because he had to.
It does. Look at old man Kennedy.
By the end, it cost the life of his daughter, everybody.
Yeah.
So it was like I don't think he learned. Go ahead, bro.
No,
He
no,
He
go
learned.
ahead.
The
killed his
thing
own
My
brother.
fault. I
he
thought you was
learned. The
done.
thing is, it's the life still pulled him back in.
It's
And
too
this is the
late too. He's
thing.
he's
Yeah,
old as fuck. Like
yeah.
how much can
Go
he
ahead,
learn?
G, and go ahead, G, and then I'm gonna read some super chats.
This the thing. People get the life confused of. See, all gangsters aren't criminals, and that's the number one misconception about being in a gang is that you have to commit crime. Most of my partners work jobs. Most of us got jobs and shit. We just people don't truly understand what it is. Just like
Yeah,
everybody in
they
the
don't.
mafia had a job, but you had some people who did crime too, and you had some legal stuff going on. That's the thing. You're just a gang of men. That's
Mm-hmm.
all it means. It doesn't mean that you're a drug dealer or you a robber, but that means some people in your gang might be drug dealers and they're robbers, but you still got their back.
Yeah, you
Yeah.
essentially those guys, the street guys, aren't living by the constructs of society. They're essentially living by like what we were talking about. Hammer, you were talking about earlier as far as black pill.
Just
Um,
think about this. Think about
Hold
this.
on, hold on,
I'm
hold
gonna
on. You
get.
guys can't
Okay.
step on each other. Let each other
I know.
Sorry,
I'll
finish your
bro.
finish.
Sorry, bro.
subject, and let him finish, and then I got to read some super chats. So
It
go ahead and
sounds
finish your thought.
it sounds like black pill is almost like it's more ancient than morality. Black pill would be what a lot of people who are able to survive will by default start to. It would be like black pill would be the morality with that when morality, the construct of morals, isn't present.
Yeah.
Basically,
Yeah, and we had to reconstruct it just like the Matrix. Yeah, look if you look at the end of the Matrix with when Neo met the architect, right? And the architect told him what the Matrix was. That's black pill.
mm.
All this stuff is constructed. Okay,
You
all your
have to
rules.
create rules.
You have to create rules for the Matrix to survive. Let me
You
read my
have to.
read my super chats before we continue. Mike, appreciate you. Paul, I appreciate you. Aquateki, as always, appreciate you. Final Watcher, appreciate you. He said,
Appreciate you, brother
I want to give.
Aquateki.
he asked the question, was President Truman black pill? You can't not be a
Yeah,
president of the United
president.
States and
Yeah,
not, you have to be black pill because you have to determine who lives or dies. So you have to be black pill if you're going to be
Who was
president.
Obama like? Ultra
E-
black?
Every president, just once you take that oath and they start putting that stuff on your table, on your desk, okay,
yeah.
who
You start going
suffers, who
gray.
dies, who lives, who prospers,
There's
who
no
doesn't
head of
prosper.
state.
There's no head of state. There's not black
There's,
pill.
there's
Not
no
That's
every
why
such
they
black
go
thing as
man.
gray.
Not
black pill.
One time, one
BGS.
time.
There's no such
Hold
thing
on,
as
truth.
there's no such thing as a head of state that's not black pill. There's no such thing as a high-ranking commander that's not black pill.
Right.
Get that thing
Well,
go. Anytime
That's
you
like
bear arms, anytime you're in a position to bear arms or command people who bear arms, you pretty much have the ability to issue out death sentences.
Yes.
Would y'all say that like presidents have to be black pill before they ascend to the office,
No,
or
they
is
don't
it the
necessarily have to
office?
be. If
No, but
you,
it will be.
I don't think Donald Trump was black pill before he sent into office until they started putting stuff on his table.
Right, right.
I
now
don't
Donald
think
Trump, he
that.
was sounding like Donald Trump.
I
Even
don't think Obama was either.
President Donald Trump and Donald Trump before the election was sounding. Before the election, he was sounding like normal Donald Trump. Nothing real different. Just the same old shit. I don't know why people, probably people was politicizing it so much because because he was running. Because this wasn't the first time he said shit like this. Like it's really not. Like all the outlandish stuff he
I think
says and all the bullshit, the tweets. It's not new. It's been
there's a
tweeting.
there's a difference between uh, stating your opinion, believing in something, and then going behind on the other side of the wall, and they're dumping
Yep.
everything that you didn't know, you couldn't even guess, stuff that you didn't think actually existed, and put it on your desk and say, "Mr. President, you got to make a decision on this." Okay, so we have a terrorist in Mali someplace, man, and we got a drone. We got a drone flying over it. We need you to actually give a kill order because we got these terrorists here, and we need your decision now. We got 15 people around, so we can't do it individually because he's not by himself. So are you willing to sacrifice 14 other innocent people to get this one guy?
Yes,
Or what
I
about a
am.
decision like this,
Hmm.
BGS? You have to you have to extort these people just so we can have enough over here. Like we have to
that
go make these people starve so we can sell our population bread for $1 a loaf.
basically you have to, you don't want them to starve, but thing is they can go hungry, and you have to extract enough to keep your people happy. That's
Hmm.
part that's part of the gig.
I'm gonna tell you what it is. The most black pill you can be
And
is the
we can
MS.
get some other voices, and people that haven't spoken can jump in.
The most black pill you could be is when you're on the MSR, you're on the street, and you see a 10-year-old boy trying to set out IEDs.
Yeah,
Are
or
you
or,
in it?
or, or strap. Are you
You're
willing to strap?
strapping like
Are you willing to strap on grenades onto a kid and send him into a group of soldiers?
Or
Or
when
a
a
suicide
14
bomber.
year old is
One time, huh?
or a 14-year-old is running up on you with a 30 round magazine trying to score.
Well, yeah, that's a child soldier. Okay, that's
Yep.
and a lot of those cats, all those soldiers have to be those child soldiers have to be put on drugs so they can actually cope with that kind of stuff. Okay, Sean, Dr. Wallace, Dr. Thunder. Okay, thank you for the cash app.
But okay, but all right. But I know there's a lot of. I know this. Would you say BGS there's a lot of black pill truth in the Godfather series? There definitely has to
Yes,
be a lot of black pill truth in the Godfather
yeah.
series.
The most some of the most black pill stuff I've seen is what do they call it? What's the name of the assassin? The movie with the assassins. Uh,
They
I
all
f-
assassins, damn
no,
near
no, no, no.
BGS.
They were
Be more
extremely.
specific.
John
They
Wick.
Uh,
talk about it
You mean
had
like
Everybody has
Assassin's
killer
Angelina
Creed?
movies.
Jolie
no,
in
Wait,
no,
it.
wait,
no.
wait, wait, wait,
It
wait, everybody, wait, everybody, wait,
Talking
everybody.
about with
Let him
Keanu
answer.
Reeves.
No, it was a guy. He was a Colombian assassin. They actually sent him out to kill drug dealers, right? Trying to
Sicario.
remember Sicario.
Oh yeah,
Sicario,
Yeah.
if you watch
That was black.
Sicario is extremely black pill,
yeah. I seen that too.
Yeah, I can
especially
see that.
the Sicario 2, right? When James Brolin comes in, right, and he's got
Hmm.
he got a Somali terrorist, right,
Hmm.
locked up in a container,
Oh
Oh
and
yep, yep.
shit.
Yep. Yep. Yep.
he's got the bottle of water right there. So the guy's willing to get he's willing to get what is it, water tortured, right?
Hmm.
Waterboarded.
Waterboarding.
Waterboard. He's willing to get waterboarded because that thing was going to happen. And he
Hmm.
looked at the saying, okay, not today. And he pulls up a picture of his house on the satellite, right?
Yeah,
And
yeah,
they
yeah.
said,
I
Oh
remember
shit.
that
and
part.
I said, I would hate to get the pool guy, okay, but you got about 5 minutes to tell me about what went on before I actually blow your house up, right? And
Oh
then
yeah. Yep.
yeah,
Yep. Yep.
and then he
Yep.
said, well, you guys, you Americans have rules. He said, there's no rules today,
Nope.
son.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Ah yeah. True.
That's
Because
black
he
I
pill.
can
ain't
give
an
a better,
American.
another similar example actually.
Mm-hmm.
If you remember the series 24, and don't interrupt me, Truth. Series
Go ahead.
24, when he was trying to interrogate, he was trying to compel a terrorist to give them information.
Mm-hmm.
And so, and there was an imam who tried to help him. So what the Bauer said, he brought up a screen, and then he showed the terrorist his family,
Mm-hmm.
and then he said, "You got one chance to tell me what I want to know," and he refused. He motioned to the officer who with the family, and one of the kids, he kicked him on the ground and shot him.
Mm-hmm.
And they said, "Tell us what we want." And that's when he broke and told them what they want. And then
Mm-hmm.
they took the terrorists out. I think the imam was still watching the screen, and they picked up the child. He was still alive.
Yeah,
So yeah,
that's pretend, but he never ordered his
yeah,
death. What I'm saying is
yeah.
that's but
BGS.
yes, sir.
You know, probably one of the best black pill characters ever is Raymond Reddington in this TV show, The Blacklist. You ever seen that show? Where he's like,
I never watched it.
Yeah, he
so
is. He
basically
is
James
that
black.
Space character.
character, that
Yeah,
character, he's
Okay.
yeah, he's black pill.
he's a former high ranking like Navy officer that went terrorist.
Hmm.
Hmm.
That's why they keep track of people like that.
It's
Yes.
essentially,
What do you mean he went
survival
rogue?
of the fittest.
He
What
went
about
rogue.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
what about
like
the
in the
movie?
Excuse me, Jesse.
one at a time, y'all.
Excuse me, I said, excuse me, Jesse. Don't you
Yeah,
mean he went completely rogue?
He went terrorist.
I mean,
That's
yeah, he
rogue.
went
Yeah, that's
terrorist.
rogue.
That's the
Yeah.
same thing. I mean,
Cash. Just like what's his name? Uh, people call the
What series?
computer geek. He went rogue. People think he did. People think that he did it because of morals. No, he did it for money.
Edward Snowden, you
Like
Edward
talking
Edward
about?
Snowden. That's
Snowden.
it. Said, motherfucker, you trying to
He's trying to get
enhance
paid.
your. Yeah, no, he got paid. The thing is, he couldn't hide it. That's how come he bounced. He
Was
was
that was
no
that
he was
his
no patriot.
was that his morality? Basically within a black
No,
pill type
no.
situation. Was that his?
No. That's yeah. Afterwards, not before. No, he was getting
They were
paid.
gonna,
No, that's what I
yeah, they
mean.
were,
I mean, did he basically he whistle blew from a moral standpoint?
No, we had to. He did it afterward. Okay,
Right, that's
after
what I
it was too
mean.
late.
Was
Yeah,
that what
that
kind of made
no,
him?
that's
Was that
that
morality essentially?
Oh,
no.
yeah,
Basically, no. He's trying
that's
to
like
save his hide.
look
Mm.
BTS in the chat. A brother asked about a snuff film, right? Is that
Hmm.
Black Pill? But I
You
remember
very
watching
much
that
so.
movie. I remember watching that movie 8mm
Yeah.
with Nicolas Cage, and he thought he was Black Pill till he seen that shit.
To this seen that shit. Yeah.
And
but
then when he met the guy, you see the guy. Now that guy was truly Black Pill that actually did the video.
The
When
one.
he met the guy and he
Not
took the
on.
mask off him and he said, "What did you expect? A monster?" And it
Yeah.
was just a normal looking white dude with
If
glasses that
actually,
lived with his mom.
I think the dude was actually a teacher. I
That
think
shit
he
was
was like a middle
wild.
school teacher. Yeah. George,
Tom
thank you for
G.
the cash app.
what about the movie? What about the
Hold
movie?
on, hold on. George, thank you for the cash app. Jean, thank you for the cash app.
So is black pill
Skip,
basically just survival of the fittest?
hold on. What about the
Cubert, thank you for the cash app. Go ahead.
what about the movie Tombstone with
Uh, oh
with
yeah, with
yeah,
Doc
with
Holliday. Yeah,
Doc Holliday and
yeah,
Wyatt Earp? I went
yeah.
back and watched that like 3 times, man.
They're
Doc
different
Holliday
sides,
is a real one. I ain't gonna lie.
different sides because you're like nihilists. Different sides of the same coin.
I
In
like the
fact,
way that slick
You
talking,
know what drove his
different sides of the
nihilism?
same coin.
like that
Wait, no,
slick
I'm asking
talking and that
truth.
fast talking and
No,
that
he was
slick.
Just give me truth.
he was born that way.
He was a snake. I like that.
No, he was born that way. He
Slippery.
he was that way his whole life. You'll read his history. He was that way his whole life, even before he got sick.
Excellent.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But go ahead.
So I'm gonna say this way.
Uh huh.
All of this reminds me of a movie I watched. I don't know if you guys called John Wick. And the whole idea of the movie is this man who's from a mafia, right? And he spends his whole life being an assassin. And there was
Hmm.
this scene I watched where essentially you had this woman, she represented the organization, and she was like, the only thing that separates humans and animals is rules. And
Hmm.
when I heard that, I had to sit back and think about it because that's kind of true if you think about it. That if
Hmm.
we
No,
remove all rules and regulations,
well,
people
Hammer,
would
that's
easily.
wrong.
Hold on.
Go ahead.
Go ahead,
If we
Hammer.
remove, if you actually think about it, if you put people in an environment where you remove
Hmm.
the rules and regulations,
It'd be
they will
survival of the
revert
fittest.
back to
No,
animalistic.
no, you wouldn't. In fact, you take look at prison culture. Okay, look at the Lord of the Flies. Okay, to get along, what do you need to do?
Got to make rules.
You got to remake. You got to remake the rules. Okay, even a gang, even in a prison, even the harshest
There will be
prisons, guess what they
rules.
do? They make
Yeah,
codes. They make rules.
Maybe
Let,
violent
let,
One
let,
time.
rules.
Hey,
Maybe
hey, hey,
Buddhist
hey, hey,
rules.
hey, 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 hey. Who's first?
I'm gonna just say this: like, you know what happened if you get rid of police?
Yeah.
there
What
will
would
be a
happen?
new police that popped up.
It would be new. It would be chaos for a few days to a few months till a bunch of men, and it's gonna be men. Women
Hmm.
are gonna do it. If women hate it, fuck you too. But it's gonna be a bunch of men that's gonna take up the call to protect people and
Yeah.
patrol and do the same thing and make you police.
Okay.
Why?
If you
Because human
if you
beings
guys
are
are if you guys are in the chat, put a one in if you want to get in, so I can start making room because we're not going to be on the whole time. So, um, but
They
put
can
a
have
one in
my
the chat if
spot.
you
I'll
want
be
to get in.
stepping
So I know.
out.
Hold on a second. Just hold on. If you want in, put a one in the chat so I know how many spots I need. So, but go ahead, Charles.
because a lot of people see this stuff when I hear the blue to red. It's like BGS knows my boy Darren.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, Darren, you're blue pill. You're so blue that you see skies and clouds. And he's like, but no. I said, yes, you are. You complain about your wife, but you ain't doing shit about it to change it. Yeah, I mean, it's if you can make it work, you can make it work. But at the same time, just know what you are, know what the situation's in, He says, "What about women? If you didn't have women, you wouldn't be here. Well, if they didn't have sperm, they wouldn't be here either." So, I mean, you're making a lot of people make these arguments over, black and red, like like it's the next level of Super Saiyan or some shit,
Mm-hmm.
and it's not even a phase. It's basically
Hmm.
what your mentality truly is. Because a lot of people can claim red pill. Like when I spoke to Anton that other night.
Mm-hmm.
Look, you can see how blue he was because he thinks he's so alpha. I'm like, dude, you don't
Oh,
even know the
please.
first damn
Oh
thing about
God,
alpha.
Jesus.
You don't know the first thing about alpha because if you had to do half the shit I had to do or a fourth of it, you would piss on yourself. So if you think because guess what, money doesn't count for shit everywhere. You got to believe that. Like you got to believe that. So if you look at a guy who like, well, my wife, well, God has a sense of humor. What if I took your wife away? What if I made your wife leave? Then you're gonna see a lot of these fellas get their not only their nigga wake up call, but their red pill awakening.
Mm-hmm.
This I'm gonna give my closing statement, BGS, because some of the guys want to get in.
Yeah,
Um, it's also false that animals don't got rules.
they
I
do.
don't know who. You ever seen animals in Africa go to the watering hole? Do they eat each other at the watering hole?
Mm,
No,
no,
they
not all
don't.
the time. But no.
What do you think a dog is doing when he marks his territory? He's
Yeah.
setting the rule boundary.
Yeah.
Or a wolf or the lion on the savannah,
Mm-hmm.
any of that. That's rules,
Or
and animals adhere to the rules of nature.
Mm-hmm.
They
or
know not
female
to cross that
Hold
line.
on, truth. Hold on.
They know not
or
to cross that line.
Truth.
And
Hold
we
on.
use these words like alpha, beta. First and foremost, there's no such thing as an alpha outside of a pack of males. It has nothing to do with women.
Mm-hmm.
Being alpha and beta has nothing to do with women at all. You cannot be a beta male to a woman. You can't do it. You're always the alpha in that situation. As a matter of fact, it's not even a dynamic in a situation with a man and a woman. It's only between men.
Mm-hmm.
So I
Mhm.
think we need to
That's
go
a good
ahead and
one.
get that understanding and stop using it like he's a beta male. Beta male doesn't mean weak. I'm gonna just leave it at that. Peace.
All right. That's true. Very true.
True, it ain't weak,
We got.
and yeah, female
We got.
baboons
Yeah.
establish a dominance and appoint the head member
Yeah.
male baboon of their tribe. So
Yeah. We got two spots. Yeah. Gonna need I think three more. But
animals are savage though, no
Yeah,
systems.
what dude just said is pretty on point in my opinion. I think that I guess in the manosphere, in the black manosphere, the context that alpha and beta has been used over the
yeah,
last 10 years,
dating coaches
that's
have
kind
been
of
dating coaches have emphasized alpha and beta and that kind of stuff, man, because they're one is a selling point and it's one way to differentiate men as far as the
right.
dating world. So
Cause if it,
alpha is something to be aspired to instead of either being alphas are either chosen or they assume a role because there's a need for it. Alphas
right,
just don't come out of nowhere. But go
and
ahead,
if you
just
look at it, I mean, you really can't be an alpha if you don't have beta males under you, right?
yeah,
Like that's if you look in the animal kingdom, it's like the alpha is the leader, and even in that case, let's
yeah,
say if an animal is killed, that is the alpha. Another animal is going to step in and take his
yeah,
place if he's killed. You know what I'm
yeah,
saying?
You gonna alpha up?
It's just like if you're like in a special forces unit or somebody, the
hmm
commanding officer gets killed. There's a hierarchy, a chain of command where that next person pops in that next position. So
yeah,
I mean, to be honest, BGS, people have their general dispositions of how they are. So perhaps with that being regarded, you could consider yourself more alpha than you are beta. Perhaps the majority of
uh,
the time, maybe 65% of the
i-
time.
if
But
if
I think depending
if
on the situationally, but depending on the actual situation that actually
yeah,
occurs in your life at that moment, you could
it
end up
dep-
being more
it,
beta
dep- it
than.
it depends on the group that you're in. Just number one. It depends on the
Hmm.
job that you have, and a lot of this stuff actually comes from the book. What is it called? Brave New World, where the alpha, the beta, the gamma, they're actually designed, genetically to be in these particular groups. Okay, that's where a lot of
Hmm.
this alpha beta stuff actually comes from. Okay, Basically, all alpha really means is leader of men. Okay, and
Yep.
outside of maybe the sports world and outside of maybe the military, it really doesn't come up. Okay, and really you don't call it. They call you call yourself the commander, and and alphas emerge out of out of any place, and during the war, the guy that you think is alpha on the streets or in society, like they said, that you get him into a combat situation, they are peeing on their pants. And that weak little guy that you thought didn't have the fortitude with glasses and nerdy, he actually assumes command. So you can't tell until you put that person in a situation.
Mm.
Yeah. I've heard that many a time. The guy that you never thought would actually assume command, that actually does. So you can't. So depending on the situation, you can't tell. So there are no such thing as born alphas. Just depending on the
Yeah,
situation.
they're made and situational.
Free agent, knock it off, man.
Definitely situational.
Yeah, your life
Because
life
I remember
cultivates alphas.
Yeah. Or your
because
situation forces you into a
I
role.
remember
Alpha's just a
had
role. Yeah,
yeah I
go ahead,
remember when
Eric.
I oh,
Hey, I just want to say this, man. I tend to agree that being alpha is situational. I mean, for
Hmm.
example, okay, being married for damn near 30 years, on a daily basis, do I have to be alpha? No, because I need to cooperate with my wife. My wife needs to cooperate with me, keep our relationship together so that we can guide the development of our children
Yeah.
from from birth outside the womb up until the time that they're ready to move out and start their own lives. And they still call us up today. And my daughter's 30, my son's 29 years of age. We still rap because they trust that if they have a situation, they can come and rap with us. Okay. Now, as far as I'm concerned, alpha for me has to be an extreme situation where my wife's life and limb is on the line. Do I have the fortitude to step up and defend her even though I may perish? I've been in those situations before, and there's been times I had to step up for my daughter, for example. There was a skinhead, on the escalator. We're going up, we're leaving the metro platform. We're going up on the escalator, and this skinhead dude, tried to hit my daughter,
Hmm.
and I snatched him. You
Hmm.
know, I snatched him, and basically he fell down the escalator. Now he was alone, so of course he didn't come back to get me. But the fact of the matter is, I had to say, well, whose life is more important? Is it more important that I save my daughter's life as a little girl, or do my best to do that, or do I let that dude kick my little girl? No, I'm not
Hmm.
gonna let him kick my little girl. My first instinct was, okay,
Yokohama, you got
protect
your
her.
camera on, man. You want your camera on? But go ahead, Eric.
Yeah, that's all I had to say.
No, keep on. You
No, I'm just saying that alpha is situational. For me, at least in my family, I can only speak for myself subjectively, and I don't pretend to be objective. But in my family, I mean, wifey and I, we got together. We were pretty good at balancing each other out. Okay, especially when it came to dealing with the children when they got out of line. Okay, from when they were little bitty kids to when they got older. And there were times when my son would come in. I remember one day my son came in and he was really angry. He
hmm
came in, he's pushing and slamming doors and shit. As a matter of fact, he punched a hole into the door. So
hmm
I knew something was wrong, right?
Yeah.
My wife couldn't deal with that.
Name, I need a spot name.
Yes,
Hmm?
sir.
All right. Oh,
Oh,
continue, Eric.
okay.
what you were
So
saying, Eric?
so so no, I'm saying my son got out of line, right? He was very
Hmm.
angry about something, right? But he
Hmm.
didn't say anything, right? But he expressed his anger by ultimately punching a hole in the door, right? So I knew
Hmm.
that now I got to go talk to him because wifey ain't gonna be able to handle that. I got to handle it, and she's expecting me to handle it, even though she didn't say a word. So I come in, yeah, I took him by the shoulders, sat him down, said, "What's going on? Why?" I had to do that. He was volatile, to the point where he's doing physically stupid shit. But at the same time, I had to realize that, okay, well, He's angry about something. I don't know what the situation is. So I got to find out. But I got to calm him down first enough that he realizes that, hey, okay, I'm here to hear what you got to say, but you're going to calm down one way or the other. And if it comes to the point where, hey, I'm going to have to put a grip on you, okay, to calm you down, then that's what I'm going to do. So he realized that. He calmed down. I calmed down. I talked to him about it. And eventually I realized that, okay, there was some boy in his class that was fucking with him. And he wanted to whip his ass after school. But of course, the teachers were monitoring the whole time, seeing how volatile he was. And he just, he walked home because the boy went in totally opposite direction, right? But the teachers were watching. They were outside because school was
Checking
letting
them.
out. So the teachers are always out supervising, right? He knew this. He knew he had to walk away. That frustrated him. He wanted to scrap. That's what it was. But in those type of situations, you got to deal with it. Sometimes you just do stuff by instinct. Okay, male on male anyway. You know. On the other hand, if it's something that has to do with my daughter, usually my wife handled that. Then my wife would tell me about what happened. With the situation with my son, I handled it. Then I talk with my wife about what happened. So she knows she doesn't have to worry. You know, the
Does this
same thing.
does this bully have a sister?
What do you say?
I was just asking, does this bully have a sister? Because if he does, tell your son to go fuck his sister.
No, no, don't. No, come on. We ain't doing all that, man. Okay. Okay.
Please.
No, no, no. Come on, come
That
on.
is a
Truth,
pookie rated.
truth, truth,
I
truth. Knock it off.
plenty of
Truth,
times.
truth, truth. Knock it off. All right.
Okay,
Go ahead,
y'all
Linnell.
go, man.
Yeah, go
Y'all
ahead, Linnell.
go. I'm tired of hearing my voice. Y'all go.
No, go ahead, Linnell.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I was gonna. I got one thing to say. I want to. There's an important financial video I need to show you. It's about 22, 25 minutes long. So whenever you got time, it's very important, and I think you'll like it very much. So
Well, we got Pete. If, we'll let Yokohama go if we still have time. We'll look at it.
well, it's
What's about?
about a financial crisis, and it's more of a technical analysis overview of a possible
Uh,
technical analysis. It,
okay. Who's? Where's it coming from?
Elliot Wave theory.
Okay, we'll do it after Yokohama. Yokohama, you want to get in?
Well, I can't do it on air because it's I gotta do it in private.
Don't you have? Do you have a wrench? Both put
No,
link it in the link it in the chat.
it's for subscribers. I can't share it. I just only show it in private. That's all.
So what do you want? You want to talk about it? What do you want to do?
No, I want to show you so to get your take on it. That's what I'm
Oh,
saying.
okay. Oh, you can't show it. Okay. Well, you
Right,
got
I
my
can't
email.
show it. Yeah.
You got my email.
All right. Okay.
Yeah, you
Okay.
got my
So
email.
But
I
okay,
thought you wanted to show something. Um.
I'll email you now.
Okay.
okay.
Okay. I'll look at it after the stream.
So let me just say something real quick.
Uh huh.
So we've talked about how in this space people throw blue pill, red pill, black pill all over the place. So
Mm-hmm.
can we just talk about what are the clear definitions between blue pill, red pill, and black pill so we can have at least a
Let me see
common
what
understanding?
let's see what you know. Okay, because we've been talking about this
Oh,
shit for like
BGS.
15 years. What do you know? No, no, because you keep asking the same damn question. You've been in the space long enough to know what the difference is. What do you
Okay,
know? What have
okay.
you learned?
So based on what this is
What's the
my
blue
what
pill?
I
What's the blue
this is
pill?
what I picked up. What I picked up. Um, blue pill, I guess, is having sort of how can I explain it? It's like having sort of rose-colored glasses when it comes
No,
to viewing the world.
no,
No, okay.
no. Keep going. What is blue pill? What's the matrix?
Yeah, I said, oh yeah, okay. So it's a constructed world
It's a constructed world by who?
by I guess by the people at the top, right? The
Your society constructs
society,
the
yeah.
blue pill. Why? Because you need to do what?
to work with other people.
To cooperate, so they construct
Yeah.
rules, morals, roles to what, so that you can actually do what, get along with each other. Now
Hmm.
the people at the top are actually in charge of actually enforcing or actually helping guide those rules, but society constructs those rules. Okay, that's blue pill. What you socialize, every child is socialized into fitting into society, right? Fitting
Hmm.
to a role or fitting to a role of society, right? That is the blue pill construct. What's the red pill?
Okay, so I guess the red pill is the awareness that this is you live. Yeah,
That you
they're
live
living.
in. That did you what when Neo took the red pill? What did Morpheus say?
You wake up from the dream.
You wake up from the dream, and I'm going to show you what,
How deep the rabbit hole goes.
and how deep the rabbit hole goes. Also, what the matrix has to be. What I can't tell
Constructed.
you
Right?
what it. No, the matrix. I can't tell you what it is. I have to do what.
I have to show you.
I have to show you what it is. Right. That's like we started
Hmm.
throwing up because he actually saw what the matrix actually was. Right. The reality of the matrix. Right. That's the
Hmm.
red pill. Okay. What's the black pill?
The black pill is that morals are constructed for human beings to essentially
To
live alone.
survive. In other
Yeah.
words, the reason why the Matrix was constructed in the first place, and all the secrets and belief, because even Morpheus, even though he was red pill, he still had beliefs in certain morals and constructs, right?
Hmm.
And then what did the because he believed in the Oracle, right? What the Oracle was
Hmm.
telling him, right? He believed it,
Yeah.
right? What did Neo says? Okay, she's just another control, and what you believe is not true, right? Because he actually went to the maker, which is the architect. He actually saw what the matrix actually was and who designed it and why it was designed. Okay, that's the
Hmm.
black pill. In other words, everything else is a control. It's actually a construction. Okay, from the ground up. Even the morals that we attend to is a construction from the ground up. That's like
Hmm.
after he left, he had that moment when he actually stopped the sentinels with his hand, right? He said, I have to go back. I have to fulfill my destiny for a reason. That's why he went back. That's the black pill. That's him crucifying himself on the cross because it must be done.
Hmm.
In fact,
Wow. So.
is one of the black pill moments I actually saw in Chernobyl, right? I actually
Hmm.
played it, right? And
Hmm.
where the guy where the scientists actually trying to convince these guys to go into this radioactive water and actually do something, actually plug the holes to actually stop the meltdown of this reactor, right?
Hmm.
And he was trying to offer him money, trying to offer him positions, this kind of stuff. And all the guys were saying, "Why should we do this?" Right? And the guy stood up and said, "You're going to do it because it must be done." He said, "You're going to do it because nobody else can. And if that's not enough, because millions of people will die if you don't. If that's not
B-
enough for you, then I don't know what else is." That's black pill.
My
Go
brain
ahead.
just drew a connection to what you just said, BGS.
Yeah.
Jesus was in confliction before he was crucified. His
Exactly.
human side was his human side didn't want to die, but his godly side
Yeah,
did and
he
understand
did
why. It's blue
because
pill versus the black pill.
it's blue pill versus the black pill, right? I mean, really blue pill versus the red pill, because he was red pill when he actually went out and preached, but black pill was a sacrifice, right? I have to do this, I have to die because it must be done because this is the way things are, right? And that's black pill,
Was
exactly.
Socrates black pill then in the end?
Socrates was black pill, committed suicide rather to see his work fall into
Yeah, he
disrepute.
drank the
Yeah,
he drank the hemlock.
he's just a hemlock, right? That's the
Yeah.
original black pill.
Hmm.
Hey, can I chime in real
Wow.
quick?
Yeah, go
Yeah.
ahead.
Go ahead.
Hey, well, peace and blessings to everybody. I just pulled up real quick.
Who's
BGS,
this?
this is free agent.
Okay, go ahead.
Hey, sorry, my apologies if I've been too rash on some of the comments. My bad.
It's I don't mind people doing it, okay? I don't mind the comments, but the thing
Yeah.
is saying the same thing over and over and over again every time you're
hmm
in, okay?
No,
It
I
gets a little
understand that.
wearing. Yeah, that's
Yeah.
that's all it is. I don't mind you saying that.
Yeah.
I don't mind SYSBM as long
hmm
as it's constructive, as long as it's not ugly. I
Okay.
don't mind you saying, but you can't come in, man. Every time you post the same thing.
Yeah.
Come on, man. Give
No,
it a
no,
rest.
I get you. I'm not coming in to say I didn't come on the chat to say that, so I
Oh
just
no.
wanted to throw that out there. But I appreciate you anyway. but you know, I've been. I think last time I came on, it might have been like a month and a half ago, maybe 2 months ago.
Okay. Uh-huh.
And when I came on that time, that's when I was talking to y'all about the vaccine mandate for the military and all that stuff. Because you know, I'm in the Air Force currently.
Uh-huh. Okay.
So I just want to give y'all an update, right? So
Mm-hmm.
for my situation, I don't know if anybody else knows. Charles probably knows since he's ex-military or whoever.
The Rona,
But hmm?
you got that Rona?
No, no, he
No,
didn't
no,
get
no,
it.
no,
No, no, no.
no,
He's
no.
in the military. He's got a mandate.
Yeah, I
Oh,
didn't.
okay, my bad.
So I didn't get the shot. So I refused it
Okay.
because in the Air Force, for us, you got to be fully vaccinated by November 2nd, which is obviously
Okay.
next week.
Yeah.
I refused it. So my situation is from my situation, everybody's situation might be different, but overall, it's going to be
Nope.
a general discharge. It's going to be a general discharge.
Who's your commander in chief?
Well, I
Who?
mean, yeah,
No, 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 no.
I know.
Who's Negro? Okay, I was in
Yeah,
ROTC, man.
That bullshit.
right.
I had to take the oath. Had to look at the paper. I know what
Yeah,
it is. Who's your commander in chief?
Joe Biden,
Joe Biden. What did Joe Biden say?
take the shot. It was
Take the
pushed
shot.
up by Secretary Lois.
It
No,
don't.
I
He's following orders. Who's your commander in chief?
right. No, I totally understand the repercussions was going on, and I'm
Okay.
fully aware of that. You know,
So okay.
I got no bad thing to say. I knew what I was doing, and I weighed my pros and cons, and I feel
Yeah.
like you know
Yeah.
the military is not offering me for what I wanted, so I might as well just this be my way to kind of slither out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Well, yeah.
So
The thing is they're giving you a general and not throwing a hammer at you. So, which is good.
exactly. And then after 6 months after my separation date, I can go to the VA and get it upgraded to an honorable. Because the
Yeah.
only thing from different from a general to an honorable that the research I've done is you lose your GI Bill. But I haven't even been in 2 years yet to receive 100% of my full GI Bill anyway. Because I've only been
Okay.
in for a year and a month. Once September hit,
Okay.
I was in for a year.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I'm not really losing anything. I don't got that much skin in the game. So I just wanted to give an update to that situation.
Okay. Yeah.
Just
Yeah.
if
Well,
anybody wondering.
and the thing is that like it or not, and I'm not
Hmm.
in favor of mandatory vaccines. Okay,
Right.
if you want to take your chances, you want to catch the corona, chance of dying, that's up to you. The thing is, but
Hmm.
this is beyond even Biden. This is something Donald Trump and the people that actually run this country say this is our way out. Okay, and they term
Right.
it
Right.
like it or not, this is their way out. Okay, and it's not just you. Okay, you got police officers that have to take it and they're resigning. So it's not just
Right.
you.
Yeah.
So it is
I
what it is.
mean.
I'm
Yeah,
saying is that
didn't
in L.A. County next month, I don't know how far it's going to go, but you can't even shop or go into you
Right.
can't go into a bar or shop anything out without
Hmm.
having a vaccine card. Okay,
You right. Cause see,
so it's
currently,
going to go ahead.
cause I'm stationed in Florida. I'm on the
Mm-hmm.
Panhandle. So
Mm-hmm.
Florida, you all know what this state is. It really don't freaking matter. And see, when I leave, I'm going back to South Carolina. South Carolina doesn't really have strict mandates going
Yet,
on, nothing like that right
yet,
now. So,
yet.
yeah, right, yes, right. That's
You
why I
might
said
you,
that.
you you
Yes,
might you might just be delaying the inevitable. Okay.
right, exactly for sure. And because I read a local news article that one of the plants, as everybody knows, GE, General Electric, a
Mm-hmm.
lot of people walked out because they're federal employment. A lot of people walked out last week because
Okay.
they got to be fully vaccinated. I think by December 5th, December 2nd,
Mm-hmm.
somewhere around that time
Okay.
frame.
Okay.
So, and that goes down the chain like Lockheed Martin and other places like that as well. So,
Mm-hmm.
Eventually, you're gonna have to take it, bro. That's the reality.
yeah, yeah, and
Yeah.
I thought about
Well,
that last week too, and I was like, honestly,
we'll see if I mean your only hope is that there's enough
yeah,
pressure from the bottom to make people
hmm
to make
I
people
would have
actually break. We'll see. We
right,
don't know.
I
Go ahead.
right, I would have took the shot if I had more incentive to stay in because like when I came in, I wanted to get in cybersecurity, I wanted to get in IT. I didn't get picked for that job, so
Okay.
I would have, you know what I'm saying? So I'd rather just come on out, get my way out right now, and I can do that on my own terms. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
if
Yeah.
I had a reason to stay in, I would do it.
You might have enough of a security clearance just by being in the military to
Hmm.
get a security clearance.
Yeah, I got a security clearance, a secret security clearance. I don't got a top secret, but I got the basic.
That's all you need. Basically, yeah, you
You're
got
right.
more than most people have, so you probably have
That's
enough
true. Hmm.
to actually get once you learn your gig to actually get a
Right.
clearance job. So.
You know,
So I just wanted to give
you,
an update on that
What?
situation.
Oh,
Appreciate
okay,
it.
yeah. Well, yeah, people think like I'm trying to make people take this shit, man. I said I'm
No,
just
no,
letting you
no.
know
I
what's
know you're
going on.
not. Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
but you know what though? Those security clearances, man.
Mhm.
When you are in the military, at least from my perspective, being a Marine security guard,
Hmm.
when somebody hands you over an envelope with a document in it, and on top of that is pasted this card that says top secret. That's a
Hmm.
pain in the ass. It really is, because
Yeah.
your life is on the line, even though it's
Mhm.
locked up in the safe, and
Yeah.
most likely nobody knows you got it except you and the person who handed it off to you. But the fact
Hmm.
of the matter is this: when you're standing on post, for the whole time you're standing on post, guess what your mind is on? That document that's in that safe.
Yeah. Yeah.
Even though you got to watch the cameras to monitor what's going on around you and what have you,
Hmm.
at least what you have access, what you can view and everything,
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
Yep.
main thing
Yeah.
that's on your mind
Yeah.
is
Free
that
agent.
document in that safe.
If free agent Mike V just who's in the business, he actually posted a link for cybersecurity.
Okay. You said you posted a link for
He
cybersecurity.
yeah basically yeah what let me I can show it.
Well,
Let me show
cause
it.
see, I'm on the stream. I'm on my phone. My computer. See, that's why I
Uh huh.
haven't been on the screen because my computer, the screen, I guess it burnt out. So I got to fix it. So I'm on my phone right now.
Okay, but
But
that's the link that he's showing people. So
ISCA. Okay. Yeah,
yeah,
because next year I'm really about to get into this because it's just too much money and too much. It's too much in technology right now, man. And I got to get
yeah.
in where I fit in at least right now. So and I've been doing a lot of research. A plus, network plus, security plus is like the baseline, and then obviously I want to get into the cloud. At the end of at the long
Okay.
term, I want to be like get into the cloud. It's just everything's moving there. So I'm trying to get in
Well,
now.
you can always move up, man. Right? More experience, you know better, you do better, you move up, right?
Hmm.
Right. Yes, sir.
Yeah,
So
You
yeah,
sound like
yeah.
you went underwater, nigga. Shut up, Aqua
No,
Lad.
I think that's
probably
I
because
think
I'm
Officer
in
that's
the
Felton,
dark
we
Charles.
can't hear
area.
you, bro.
Nigga, you sound like
Probably,
Namor, nigga.
Yeah, he's underwater.
pro-
Uh,
probably, probably in an area
Under
with
the
bad,
sea.
yeah, go
probably
ahead,
bad service.
go free agent.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we got you.
Okay. All right. But yeah, that's all, man. I just wanted to give an update on that situation, and I know because it's some people, man, that's in here that's been in 18, 19 years, and they aging that retirement at 20. You know
Hmm.
what I'm saying? They
Yeah.
don't want it, and it's like at the end of the day, it's like, I mean, you really going to risk your 18, 19 years that you've been in for that legacy program over a shot?
We'll see. When we had guys giving up millions of dollars because they didn't want to get the shot. Look at
Yeah,
Cam Newton. He didn't want
yeah.
the shot, but guess what? When he found out nobody else was going to take him, it's going to
Mhm.
cost him $25 million a year. Guess what he did? Took the shot.
I'm
You got to
gonna
do your
just
own
say this.
calculus.
I'm gonna just say this. You're gonna have to take that shot anyway, eventually,
And yeah, eventually, I agree,
and
Paul.
then you're gonna make out better with the GI Bill anyway.
Exactly, exactly.
Because I'm just gonna say it. If it wasn't mandated, I wouldn't give a damn. But I'm gonna tell you from experience, you get your goddamn GI Bill, because why are you gonna leave your benefits on the table? You earned them.
Indeed.
You're right.
Like,
You're
that
right.
makes no goddamn sense over a shot that you're gonna take anyway. Because yeah, even if you're doing cybersecurity, they're
Yeah,
gonna
that's what Judge Zilla was saying. You're going to probably have to take the shot
Take
anyhow.
it
Yeah,
they're
anyway.
I'm
gonna
It's
not.
like
Yeah.
unemployment.
they're gonna mandate you, and they're gonna put
Mm-hmm.
in some type of slip. Have you been vaccinated from Corona,
Yeah.
COVID-19? And I'm like, why don't you just stay, get your damn GI Bill at least? Because how old are you?
24. I'll be 25 in February.
Do you know how fucking scarce the work world is right now?
Yes. Yes, sir.
And
Yeah,
then
I
you
am.
go,
I'm aware.
and then you get your GI Bill. At least they would pay you to go to school. I mean, I don't know what's about Negroes leaving money on the table.
Yeah, well, it's white folks are doing it too, so it ain't just us. Yeah.
Nah,
But
cause,
Yeah.
cause,
I'm
cause,
only
BGS,
One,
speak.
at one,
I'm
at
only.
one at a time, one at a time, one at a time.
I'm only
Finish up,
speaking.
Charles, and
I'm only
then
speaking
Truth.
to that because I don't. As a white, I'm glad the white people leave it on the table. It's your chance to get it.
Yeah,
That's
that's
true.
true.
Yeah,
That's true.
yeah.
Yeah, go ahead, Truth, and then Final Watcher.
I just wanted to say, you like the new digs? I changed my little pick, and but the next thing I wanted to say,
Yeah.
main thing,
Uh-huh.
was BGS. You said earlier in this stream, you said when we were talking about Tombstone and specifically
Mm-hmm.
about Doc Holliday, you said I like Nihilist. What makes you say that?
I said you like Nihilus. Yeah.
Yeah. What
Because you
makes you
like
say that?
because the characters that you pick normally you actually lean in that way. There's a reason that you vibe with a certain character or a certain group of characters. Like Charles loves Superman. That's for a reason. He leans toward that character. Superman's actually a utilitarian. So is Batman.
I
Okay.
don't like Superman, but I don't like the Joker either.
Huh? What I'm saying is you lean toward a character, okay, for a reason because you vibe with that character. That's why I say you like nihilists. Doc Holliday was a nihilist.
But it was something. It was something focused about. He still had
I
rules,
didn't
and he
say
was
the nihilists have codes. They
the
have to.
Joker. Ain't Joker.
The Joker has a code. Yes, he does.
Mm.
Hey,
Joker's got a
real
code.
quick, can I get? Oh, never mind. I see the cybersecurity link. Never mind.
Okay.
Appreciate it.
Okay.
Well, okay. So, but what? Okay. So, what's okay? Can you explain the difference in terms of nihilist between the Joker and Doc Holliday, just as a reference?
They're almost the same kind of person. Okay. Um, the Joker's code is that he wanted to drag Gotham and society down to the base level so they have to realize who they really are. So he wanted
Mhm.
to teach them something, right? That's his code.
Mhm.
He didn't matter about the money because he didn't care about the money. He didn't care about women. He didn't care about none of that stuff. About all the other, his enjoyment was doing everything the Joker actually did was actually for a reason. It was Joker never did anything without a reason behind it. It seemed
To
like
show
he
you
was
that
just
life's
his
one
chaos
big joke.
with life one big joke, and basically at the end of it all everybody, like you said, everybody is close to going over the edge. He wanted to show people that.
What did he say in what did he
Well,
say in
how is that different than Doc
Dark
Killing
Knight.
Holliday?
Joke?
I'll
In the
tell you in
Killing
a
Joke.
minute. Yeah,
What did
he
he say in
said
the Killing Joke? Everybody's away one bad day away.
one bad day away. In the Dark Knight, he says all it takes is one little push, right?
Mhm.
To see for people to actually see the dark side. That's how we set up the bombs to show people what their true nature is. That was the Joker's code. Okay, Doc Holliday actually protected his friends. His friendship was important to him. Okay, friendship, even the girl he had. Okay, that's important to him. Above everything, but everything else, okay, he didn't mind killing you, he didn't mind shooting you, he didn't mind gambling, he didn't mind, none of that stuff meant anything to him. But one thing that Doc Holliday, if you were his friend, you're his friend. That's the code that he carried. I don't kill my friends, I protect my friends. That's his code. But the rest, Doc Holliday was enjoy life to the fullest.
And what
Okay.
was Ringo? Because he said when they were in that saloon and when they first met, he said he seen something in him,
He's
something that
seen something.
reminds him.
Ringo is a nihilist just like he is. Just not as
But
good.
Ringo's different.
No, he's not. He said they were the same. So how come they recognized each other? That's
Here's
like
a,
Ringo.
here's
It's like Ringo was scared of him because he was a bigger nihilist than he knew. Doc Holliday was a natural psychopath even more than Ringo was. He knew it. That's how come he was afraid of him. In other words, it's few rules and restrictions because Ringo actually depended on everybody else's restrictions of not killing each other, not killing, right? Which Ringo didn't have, right? But he knew Doc
Hmm.
Holliday didn't have that compunction. No, 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 I will kill you dead on the spot without a blink, and
Hey,
enjoy doing it. And Ringo knew that's how Johnny Ringo was scared of him. But go ahead.
no, real quick. I'm just saying. I'm gonna drop off the panel. I'm gonna continue
Uh,
listening, but this will be a spot for somebody else. But I appreciate y'all. I just want to give you an update. Y'all have a good one.
All
all
right.
right, thanks,
Okay,
Big.
Salutations.
Okay,
why did he
hold on.
fight
All
him
right.
then?
Thank you.
Why did he
So
fight? Why did who fight him?
Johnny Ringo ended up
He didn't.
fighting.
No, he didn't. He thought he thought Wyatt Earp was going to show up. He didn't expect Ringo. What's it, Doc Holliday to show up? He said, "My fight's not with you."
But he
What did he
accepted.
say? You gotta listen, man. You gotta go back and listen to the clip, all right, and see what he says, not what you think he says. Okay.
here's a good question. Do you
And then
like
we
the
and
comic?
And then
Do
we're
you
gonna
like
get
the
to the final watcher after you, Charles. Go ahead.
Do you like the There's a question for Truth. Do you like comic book Thanos
I'm not really big on Thanos. I mean, he's cool. I mean, he's Thanos.
or Darkseid?
Darkseid is that nigga though. I ain't gonna lie.
See,
Darkseid is that nigga. I mean, Superman is such a goddamn soy boy. Jesus, getting his
He's
ass
not.
kicked all the time.
see.
And
Okay.
what
God
makes him
damn.
what makes Superman a soy boy?
Oh shit. Yeah.
I want you to really think. I want you to really think about this. Does Superman back down from the worst people?
Nope. But he backs down from Batman, which makes him
He
No, he
weak.
does.
doesn't back down from Batman. He actually is one of the few people who stands up to him.
He
And
holds back.
notice, no, he doesn't. He talks the most shit to Batman. And
Empowered.
Batman actually, no, it's not. Even if he didn't have powers, he would still talk the most shit to Batman.
Mm-hmm.
That's the relationship they have. They're friends.
They're friends. Yeah.
Talking about
He
when
can
he
talk
fights
with them.
Batman, though. He
Yeah,
holds
and,
back.
and Batman trusts Superman with his life because Batman talks shit back to him.
Yeah. So you got to realize
Superman
what
has a
makes him a
code.
what makes him a soy boy, because people can never answer that because of Lois. I mean, let me put it to you this way: if you love the woman, you would do the same shit.
I
But
think there's a
at the same time, you can't tell a person who, even if he didn't have powers, who would stand in front of a gunman and call him a bitch.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
mentality.
It's the mentality.
Yeah.
And we read a couple cash apps. We're gonna go to final watcher. Elwood. Didn't want to use your government. Thank you, George. Appreciate you for the cash app. Okay, final watcher. Go ahead. Unmute.
Okay, he's there.
Hold on, BGS. I'll be there in a second.
All right. Okay. Well, unmute when you're ready.
Hold on,
Okay.
can you hear me?
We can hear you. Okay. Anybody else? We got 3 spots open in case anybody wants to jump in because we're gonna go
Who's
another
that?
half hour. We're gonna let you go.
Here's the question. What was the questions they? What's the questions they had about KS that they had an issue about?
I don't. They think that KS is actually leading guys into the blue pill. Yeah, and
No.
but they didn't come up to talk about it. They wanted to talk about it in the chat.
You know, it's always remember when I told you about that mentality just a second ago?
Uh-huh.
I swear to God, that's some soy boy shit. That's some soy boy shit. You can't lead motherfuckers to the blue pill. It's like I told Anton.
Yeah.
Yo, how much power when he tried to say, well, you're part of the people who have broken holes. I said, nigga, whoever said my hole was broken.
Yeah.
I think.
Hold on.
I'm like this. Like, wait a minute. Do I not have? Well, if I was married to his mother or not, do I have the responsibility to raise that boy? I said, you must understand this shit right here, right now. I don't care how much you think you're alpha to your wife. That's up to you. And I laughed when he tried to say that.
What you asked him? What if his wife was a strag? Would he stay married to her?
I said, what if your wife left you? What power that God give you was someone to stay?
Yeah, that's true. Go ahead. Who's trying to get in?
Yeah, I was gonna say 2 things before final watcher. One is you brought up KS.
Mm-hmm.
I'm happy that the last shred of hope that he has is now gone. It's a beautiful thing.
Who's that? KS?
Cause I like his content and stuff, and I noticed, he's been trying to, for the last year and a half, 2 years, what have you, he's been trying. His mission has been basically trying to get black men and black women together.
Yeah.
Couple up.
Because guess what? Why did he say he was actually doing that, right? From the very beginning, why he started talking to women, especially black women. Why did he say he was doing it?
Why did he say he was talking to black women? Well, I want to say because he realized that black women were the issue in terms of.
Nope.
Well, I don't know.
In other words, the people in Charles, because Charles is in the mix. What are the high value men in the mix want. They want to be what?
Married.
And what can't they find?
A suitable black woman.
A suitable wife, right?
Right.
And do they
Well,
want to marry? Do they want to marry just any woman, or do they want to? Is black woman their first choice?
well,
Is black woman their first choice? He's actually said it before. Charles actually said it before. Who's their
yeah,
first
they
choice?
are. They
They
are.
want a
Yeah.
suitable black wife, right? For whatever
Right.
reason, right? So
Right.
he's serving his what?
Purpose.
His audience.
His
Well,
market,
what
right?
I say this. What I say
Okay.
this because I'm in
All
the
right.
mix too. I was actually in the mix a little bit before Charles got up in there.
Okay.
Um,
Well, you know what
over
you
the
what
last
the
over
vast
the
majority
last year and a
the
half.
vast majority of guys want what?
Oh, the vast majority of black men want black women for sure.
And want black wives, right? Not just
Yeah,
women, but
definitely.
wives,
Yeah,
right?
black wives. Yeah.
Thus what he's doing on the air. Now go ahead.
And
For
I
now.
mean, it's
Hold,
actually
hold
to
on.
a point that, so that there's a bunch of guys from the mix that I kind of, you know, came friends with,
Uh huh.
associates with
Uh huh.
outside of the group. And
Okay.
there's guys that's like, successful,
Yeah.
pushing 40, older than 40, that, are still stuck on, okay, I need to have a black American wife.
Okay.
Like, this is my preference.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And so, but Kevin's most recent video, or I don't know if it's the most recent, but the one where he pretty much dropped a nuke
Yeah.
this week.
Yeah.
That's pretty much the way that a lot of the black men in the mix have been leaning the last year and a half.
Yeah.
And so we've
Yeah.
actually called for, all right, so about earlier this year or late last year,
Mm-hmm.
we actually approached Kevin like, yo, you need to open this thing up.
Mm-hmm.
And so Kevin actually went to the women, and all of the black women, of course, was like, no, they basically voted against, allowing their competition to come into the group.
Yeah, and okay, so put yourself in his shoes. And you serve in a market, right? And women are actually part of that market. What are you
Yeah,
gonna
I
do?
get it. I actually get it. That's why my opening statement about chaos was like, I'm glad
Okay.
finally, because like a year
Yeah,
ago,
he's
it
been
was like,
threatening.
nah.
He's been threatening to do it for a while.
Right, a year ago, it was like, nah, we're gonna keep it black.
Yeah.
And
So I have one question.
Hold on. Let him finish. Okay. Go ahead. Go ahead and finish up.
yeah, I mean, I was pretty much done. The other comment I just was gonna make, as I thought about it while you was talking, was that pimps have to be black pill as hell, right?
Yeah,
They have to be
they're
like
born
the
that way.
original black pill.
Not the original, but yeah, they're one of the black pills. So are street hoes
Right.
and dancers. They might not have started that way, but they end up that way. If you listen to strippers talk, okay, you can't go into it and come out the other side whole. Just like you can't become a cop, okay, the blue pill guy become a cop for 10 years and come out the other side. You're gonna be black pill because the environment is actually gonna make you black pill. Yeah.
Right.
Go ahead, Charles. You want to say something about Kevin?
I was gonna ask, like, for the guys in the mix, why do they want to open it up so much to other women?
They want to open it. All right, so this is the thing. Generally, a lot of the guys that get into a point where it's like, okay, they get in basically to the point that Kevin got to on that show where he was like, okay, y'all not going to play ball, then we'll go somewhere else type thing. That's what most of the guys like, okay, well, shit, if we can't get a good American black wife, then we're going to go to alternative because we're getting old, and we don't want to be 60 years old with like a 4-year-old kid after we finally got married. And then you have some guys who have the hope, which I don't believe it would happen, but they think that the competition from the other women, other groups of women, would actually make the black women get in line. But I don't think that will work.
Oh, okay. Well, real quick, and we'll let I'm gonna let Final Watcher get in.
Can you mute me, BGS?
No, can you calm down, man?
My bad. I was just playing the game. I got the shit in the background.
You want me to mute you?
Yeah, cause I don't want to have my mic all staticky and shit. My bad. I just be
Oh, no,
talking
no,
aggressive. And shit.
it's all right. It's all right. I gotta find you. Oh, there you are. All right. Okay. I'll say this. Okay. The reason that Kevin is opening it up is because black women don't believe fat meat's greasy, right? Because they believe that they're only game in town because they don't actually see them. You notice when he opened it up, now he has more than. Remember when black one talking all that shit, but as soon as you have a white face or a Latino face on the screen with them, guess what? They calm their ass down, didn't they? They're not as saucy. They're not as they don't talk as much shit, do they? You can see
Of
them.
course not.
The thing is because now there's competition. That is the very reason why you open it up, because you're not listening. Okay, well, fine. Now you can see what your competition is. Now you're going to have to compete. That's what he was saying. If you listen to what he's saying, you don't want to compete because you think that it's a closed market. I'm going to
Yeah.
open the market up for competition. So now you have to compete, or you face the market. Right? You're going to lose in the market if you don't compete.
Yeah.
So it's one reason also to help the guys, but it's also a reason to actually make the women better by forcing them to actually get out there on the floor and compete. Okay. Well, go ahead, final watcher.
Hey, can you guys hear me?
We got you.
Yeah.
Why do you think President Biden is drawing a red line with Taiwan? You know, Xi has been talking reunification, and just recently he said, we're going to defend Taiwan if it's attacked. Why do you think he's saying that?
Because they're slowly but surely losing control of the world. Basically, they can see their Pax Americana, their virtual empire that they've had since 1945 slipping out of their hands. Okay, and
Indeed.
in my opinion, it's just my opinion. Okay, it's saber rattling. Okay, I'm proving that They're proving to the rest of the world that I'm still strong. I still got it. I still got the juice. You still need to follow me instead of China. So
Even
I think he's.
hold on a second. I'll
Okay.
let you guys get in. Taiwan is just an example. Everybody knows that the Chinese actually desire Taiwan, but they were never going to attack Taiwan anyway. Okay, they're going to eventually, if they take over the planet as far as control, they have virtual control of Taiwan anyway. They don't need to attack them. Economically, Taiwan is bound to them. Where's Taiwan going to go? They can't go halfway across the globe to the United States. Look at a lot of your main manufacturers in Taiwan have a subsidiary where in mainland China. They're economically bound anyway, and that was always the plan for China, not to attack them. If Chinese want to overrun Taiwan, there's not a goddamn thing that the United States can do about it. They could have done that years ago. Not a damn thing they can do about it, except drop a nuke and start a nuclear war. That's about it. China's not about that. There's no need for it. But the thing is, Biden needs to make a stance to actually, you need to
save
make a
face,
stance to save face, basically. Yeah. Go ahead,
So it's
Eric.
I was going to say that I think it's broader than that. I think that China's got a table at the P5 in UN Security Council.
They've
Right
been
or
at a
wrong,
table. They've been had a
that,
seat.
that's what I'm saying. They've had the seat, but this is what I'm saying. They got the
Hmm.
seat there. So now, if Biden wants to get out of line, you know, Xiaoping, he can go to Geneva or he can go to New York and say, hey, listen, you know what, Joe Biden, shut the fuck up, because on UN Security Council, that's what this organization is all about. And whoever's got powers there has got power in the world.
He ain't even got to do that. All China's got to do is put an economic embargo against the United States and watch the United States economically crumble.
BGS, I got one more question.
If it's really got to be that bad, but he don't have to do all that. Okay.
Oh, BGS.
Basically, all China has to do is wait them out. Read the book called The 100-Year Marathon. Uh, how
Say that
China.
again. Say that again,
It's a
BGS.
book called The 100-Year Marathon. Actually, well, I should show it in a minute.
The
Show
hundred
you what the
year
book is. The
marathon.
100-Year
Okay.
Marathon. China's been planning this stuff for like 150 years, and this is just so basically China wasn't anticipating actually taking over the globe until 2035 or at the outside 2050. And in fact, they started assuming power over the globe in 2017 when Donald Trump actually got elected, and they went to the UN, not the UN, but the World Economic Forum, and announced their One Belt, One Road. That's when China basically virtually assumed control of the planet, of the global civilization.
Hey,
Go ahead, final watcher.
I got one more question because I think I posted this on Twitter. Remember, because you said you've been reading the Iron Kingdom. I
Yeah.
got two volumes.
I read the Iron Kingdom, but yeah.
I got 2 volumes out of a 3 volume book series by this Italian historian by the name of Luigi Albertini. It's
Okay.
the origins of World War One,
Okay.
and it's really good. I don't have the third book. I couldn't afford it in college, but
Okay.
actually,
What did he say?
it's very extensive because he had a lot of.
Okay. What was his ultimate point?
He was just going through the origins of the war extensively. Basically, just he was interviewing people who went through a lot of telegrams before the start of the war, and I think
Yeah.
it would be. I think it would be good if you read it. I
Okay.
haven't read it.
I mean, I haven't read it, but I can tell you what World War One is really about in a nutshell. Okay. Got to remember the seeds of World War One actually started with Napoleon back in the 1810s, right? When
Yes.
Napoleon actually ran through Europe, right? That was the first Franco-German War. Okay. After Napoleon ran through, they defeated Napoleon in 1871. That was the second Franco-German War.
Mm.
Okay, World War One was the third. Okay, and World War Two was the fourth. Every time that they started a war, who did they attack? France.
Yes, France.
Yeah.
And
So it's an extension of what it's an extension of the Napoleonic War back in the 1810.
and the intertangling alliances that came from that. Well, at least before that. You gotta excuse me. This is my first time on a live stream like this. So.
Yeah, I mean the alliances are one thing, but the thing is that you got to remember France was part of the Holy Roman Empire and then the Habsburg Empire. The alliances actually shift. That's like if you read the Iron Kingdom, the Prussian War, because it goes back to the 1600s and it talks about in Central Europe. It talks about the shifting alliances with Austria, with the Habsburgs, with France, even with the Nordic countries. Okay, remember these things weren't states. They were kingdoms, and they were empires. Okay, they weren't states. They broke up into states in the 19th century. Okay, they actually broke up into states. And remember, Germany didn't become a country till 1871, and the Franco German War was actually when they got forged. Okay, the seeds of them getting forged into a German country was Napoleon walking through the middle of Europe and into Russia. Okay, that's
And
what the seeds of it for. And basically, if you go back and look at it, all four of those wars were basically between the German states and France. Okay, the Napoleon, um, the Franco-German War in 1871. Okay, World War One was basically France Great Britain got into it, but they weren't attacking Great Britain. Okay, they're actually attacking Central Europe and actually and basically France in particular, right? Because France they were actually
yeah,
vying for power on the continent, right? And even in World War II, what's the first country they attacked? It's France.
yeah,
Okay. And then Great Britain wanted to get into it. They want to make sure you ain't gonna start no more shit. So guess what? We gonna bomb you too. You're not gonna get it. You're not gonna be like last time. We're gonna make sure that you can't start no shit. And the only reason that it didn't settle it is because the United States got into it. And really, the
well,
United States, really, it wasn't the United States actually ended World War II. It's actually the Russians when the Germans. The same thing would happen to Napoleon
yeah,
when they got caught by the Russians in winter. And they destroyed most of the German army. Then the United States was actually able to come in. But this has a very long history, right? And history of the precepts of World War One was basically and in fact there's a book, I think it was either the Lords of Finance or was it the I think it is the last summer of peace or something. I can't remember the name of the book, where they actually where France actually first forced the Germans off the gold standard and ruined them financially because they didn't want German vying for land in Africa. So they actually forced them off the gold standard. That's really what started the war. Germans already ready for war. All they needed was the trigger. They're already ready for it. But that's what's caused the rivalry between France and Germany is actually actually the reason that those wars actually started, especially World War I and World War II.
Well, BGS, I also got to give you props because
Uh huh.
anytime that I studied World War II, even in college, just
Mhm.
on my own, I didn't
Mhm.
understand why the German people went for Hitler. But once you explain that, under Bismarck, he un-
Mhm.
he established that conservative strongman type
Yeah.
archetype.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
even after the
If
Weimar Republic
if
fell,
if you if
they
you if
they were
if
able to fall under him like that because it was
if
familiar.
if you look at the German officer, right, and look at Hitler in his poses with the monocle, with the
Yeah, all of
mustache
that.
and the short cropped hair, he's the epitome of a German officer. Basically, he's a Prussian officer. That's what he looks like. That's how come the Junkers followed him because okay, they thought that somebody's got echo. Uh, they thought that he was Hitler reborn until they found out that this dude might not be that stable. That's why the
Yeah,
Junkers tried to have him assassinated after they
and they
followed him,
and they failed. I
and they
mean, that
failed.
guy was real lucky. Hitler, not to
Yeah,
throw the
good.
stream off or nothing like that, but he was real lucky
Yeah,
as
well, yeah,
far as leaders.
you got to have. Well, yeah, he came at the right time with the right message, and right after depression, because liberalism actually failed in Germany under the Weimar, right? They
Yeah,
went through a depression, and so they wanted a strong man. They wanted to go back to the Prussian values, the same values that forged Germany in the first place, which is
BJS.
what. Yes, sir. Go ahead.
Have you ever seen the British series of the? Hold on, let me because it's on my shelf right now. Let me get it real quick.
Okay,
The World at War. It was an ITV series. It was like
I see parts
25.
of it. I see parts of it. Yeah.
Yeah, I got it on Blu-ray. It's real good. They have
Mm-hmm.
so many different people that they were able to interview on live. They actually had, Albert Speer, who was
Mm-hmm.
the architect of, Germany, a lot of German architecture. They actually let him live and, executed everybody else as they
Yeah,
were supposed to.
you can't understand Germany without understanding Bismarck.
Yeah, I got to get
Yeah,
the Iron Kingdom.
Iron
I'm,
Kingdom and any book on Bismarck to actually understand Germany. If
I'm,
you can't,
I
I
still
didn't
got to
understand.
read. I still got to read Tragedy and Hope. My girl got it for me for Christmas, but
Okay, yeah,
I'm still
You ever
reading.
been to Germany?
that's broadly Western civilization. Okay, but yeah, if you want to understand the world wars, you can't understand it without understanding Prussia and Bismarck.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
You ever been to Germany, BGS?
Never been to Germany.
It's an amazing town. Amazing, especially when you go out there and it's like you got big-breasted women handing you beer constantly.
I know
Oh,
you
oh
go to
yeah.
the
Oh
women.
yeah. They carry those big steins,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
like 6 or 7 at a time, in their two
Mm-hmm.
hands and shit,
Mm-hmm.
like it's with ease.
Mm-hmm.
If
But
you meet
BGS,
a
when you were talking
If you
about
Hold
meet
on.
World War One, you
Go ahead.
I'm gonna just say this real quick. If you meet a German, they're very particular people. That's why you get so much particular manufacturing from them, like their cars, their guns. They're
Yeah.
very with their engineering. They're very particular. That's
Yeah,
definitely cold.
a lot of that stuff comes from Prussian influence.
That
Yeah.
Prussia, you could tell with that militaristic, nice people,
Precision.
but they're
Yeah,
very military.
very moral people and
Yeah,
Yeah. They
very
are.
also very stiff. Okay, very authoritarian, very
that's that.
stiff,
That's that
very
Yeah.
military.
rule following. Actually, it's actually comes from the Calvinist, what they call them, the Calvinist revolution, the piety movement, which is where your school system actually comes from, the piety movement. Go back and research the piety movement because that's where I think it was, I forget his name. the king actually said he wanted, because a lot of the officers and royals are actually immoral, so he actually wanted a more moral society. So basically, he founded it on the piety movement with Calvinist priests.
And they're no fans of the French Revolution either.
They didn't like it, but the thing is, they had to adopt it because French Revolution was actually was part of was actually
Hmm.
because of the capitalist revolution, right?
Yeah.
Especially the industrial revolution,
Yeah.
and the I want to say that and the what you call the how can I
Toll.
say it? No, the downside of capitalist movement actually taking advantage of people, right?
Mm-hmm.
And that's where the Fifth Revolution actually came from. And
Mm-hmm.
then and then that's what that socialism actually started in France
Yeah.
with Rousseau and the French Revolution.
Yeah, Rousseau. Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I'm
so with that
I'm starting to learn that now. Go ahead.
so with that being said, here's the question of the panel, right? I don't know if
Hmm.
it's just me, but it seems like
It is just you.
capital.
It is just you. But go ahead.
I haven't even asked the question yet. What?
Even before you ask it, I know it's just you. But go ahead.
It
I,
is
I,
me, but it seems like capitalism is starting to run itself to the ground again.
Every system has an end, right? The capitalism actually started in the 1500s when the Spanish found that the Aztecs were sitting on a mountain of silver, and silver was cornered around because that's what the Chinese took in trade for their goods. And Europe didn't have anything to give China because Europe didn't have anything that China wanted, and the only thing they wanted was silver. So they didn't have any money to buy goods, but all of a sudden the conquistadors found this big ass mountain of silver, and all of a sudden Europe became rich. That's what capitalism actually built upon.
The
So
British pound
so
sterling.
yeah. So to answer the question,
Hmm.
you know, so now you guys agree that your scene comes to an end. What will
Hmm.
be the effects of that? Like
We
what
don't
would it
know.
actually look like if
We
this
don't know.
entire
We
global
don't know.
capitalism came to
You
an end?
you
And
you
could we
don't know.
survive that? Is there an aftermath?
I'm
Yeah,
gonna put it to you this way:
there's an aftermath. You
you
hope
got
it
two.
that you hope it's a smooth transition. If not, you're in for a rocky road, son. Go ahead.
A
Indeed.
rocky road.
I'm gonna put it to you this way:
Yes, like sixty
you
percent
got
of your
two,
people dying is a
you
rocky
got
road, sir.
Sixty
Yeah, go ahead.
you
percent.
got two, you got two. If you're lucky, um, do you have you ever seen the movie Mad Max or Fist of the North Star?
Oh,
I have
Mad
seen
Max is
Mad
crazy.
Max. Yes, sir. I have.
And Mel Gibson was fantastic in it, boy, because he's a madman.
Yeah. You were
No, no.
shocked.
Actually,
You
he's actually a utilitarian.
Mel Gibson?
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, yeah. In
Okay.
Mad Max, they call him
Yeah,
Mad
yeah,
Max.
You
yeah,
got
of
to
course. Yeah,
He's a
yeah,
cop. Yeah, he believed
yeah,
in the law. Yeah.
yeah.
so you got to think about it, right? Would you want
Hmm.
to live in that,
Mad
or
Max?
yeah,
No,
Yes.
not.
No. I would not want to live in Mad Max. No.
Okay.
or you could live pretty similar to what you do now, except probably like technology's probably 15, 20 years more advanced,
Yeah.
or
Yeah. Yeah.
you can live a little bit more isolated. Look at the look at the original Superman. You see
That's.
how you see how because especially if you read the 86
Mhm.
books, the Man of Steel,
Hmm.
Mhm.
they didn't there was no sex.
Yeah. Okay. Let me put you in the mind of something. And this is just a taste. Remember when the economy was going to shut down in March and people cleaning off the shelves in
Yeah.
March 2020? People
Mhm.
were actually panicking.
Mhm.
Okay, multiply that by 100.
Mhm.
Oh,
Wow.
yeah. Well,
Multiply
you
by
know what?
when nothing moves. Multiply that by 100.
Mm.
Mhm.
But you
Wow.
know what, though? In that situation, I'd rather live out in the country, to be honest with you.
If
Yeah,
you can.
if you can make it that far.
If you can,
Well,
you know, basically, BMT said the same thing. We're out in the country. We raise our own food. I said, okay. I said, how close are you to a major urban center? He said, oh,
Oh.
about 50 miles. Okay, and they have cars, don't they? Okay,
Yeah,
if
it's
they
too
have
easy. But
cars, you have food. He said, well, we got guns. Can you hold off a couple 100,000 people? He said,
exactly, because they're gonna
oh,
bomb rush you for
they're
sure.
gonna bum
There's
rush you,
no way it can get that bad.
and then, huh? See what?
I said, maybe okay, maybe I'm being naive, right? But Those I
You
just
are. You are.
yes, but
you want me to,
but
hey
but
BG,
so
let me
essentially
handle
what
this
you guys
one?
are saying is that it will get so bad that folks will drive off to the middle of nowhere
You would
to
handle,
find food.
let me handle this with BGS. I
Oh, go
got
Yeah,
you.
ahead.
go
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 ahead.
ahead,
Go
brother.
ahead. We got a
Okay,
few minutes. Go ahead. Go ahead. Go ahead. Sharpen your knife, man. Practice your skills.
Sharpen your life.
One second.
my nice state,
Off
my
Give
the
nice
him to
Falcon,
state
hold on.
me.
shot,
Hold on. No,
Hold
no,
the
Officer
my,
no,
Falcon,
Falcon.
give
no,
him to
my
no,
nice
no,
me.
no,
state shot.
no. Let him get some practice in. Go ahead, Charles.
I'm a nice state sharp all the time. Okay, how
Yeah,
old
well,
are
so
you
you
again?
say. Go ahead. Go
Let's
ahead.
just
Go ahead,
sharp on.
But
Charles.
the knife is gone, dog.
Yeah. Hey,
Oh man.
if you see Dune, man,
Oh yeah.
their little sign they get when they get ready to fight. That's cool.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
I'm sorry, Doom or Dune?
Yeah.
Dune,
All
the
right.
movie Dune,
Go ahead,
The new
Charles.
one
Go
or
ahead,
the
Charles.
original?
the
Because
new
I remember
one,
the.
the
Oh,
but
I
David
prefer the
Lynch is
original.
David Lynch. That's horrible. Yeah.
Hey, can
Hmm.
I take a
Oh.
second? Can I take a second?
Hold.
Look in, look in
Charles.
the
Charles
back.
was
Whoa,
next.
whoa.
No.
Y'all can't talk at one time. Go ahead real quick because Charles is right in the middle of his
Okay.
thing.
All I want to say is look in the back chat, right, and read that message there. And if you want it, if you want to give it a shot, give it a shot. That's
Okay.
it.
All right. Yeah, it's an archive to PDF books. So if you guys want to check it out, do so.
Okay.
Go ahead, Charles.
I'm just like number one. How old are you?
Me?
Yeah,
20 right now.
you're 20.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. Now, remember that you like anime, right?
Yes, yes.
What happened with Naruto when Pain came? What
When
happened to
you're
Konoha
talking about when he first attacked the village, or
when Pain attacked the village? What happened to Konoha?
everything when everyone went crazy, they ran off and it was chaos.
Was Konoha fucked up?
Yes, it was.
Were they able to defend themselves?
Against pain, no, they were not.
It took Naruto to come back at the nick of time to put foot in the ass, right?
Hmm.
And then what happened immediately after that?
You mean after he fought pain, or
They pretty much went to the fourth Great Ninja War, right?
yeah, yeah. Hmm.
So you see how that calamity happened? That
Hmm.
something similar to that would happen, especially when people get desperate. Never underestimate the desperate, the crazy, and the stupid.
That's true. I mean, I'll give you a brief example, right? Uh,
Hmm.
Basically, China shut down for a couple of months. And the United States partially shut down for like 3 months, right?
Hmm.
Okay. A year later, they're still trying to piece this thing back together, right?
Hmm.
Imagine if basically that was just a partial stop and trade. That wasn't complete stop and trade. Imagine if all trade stopped, just stopped, for a banking crisis, for a financial crisis, none of your cards work. Okay,
None of your
so
cards.
yeah, your debit card, unless you
Oh
carry a
shit.
big wad of
Oh
cash, right?
shit. Yeah,
I
that would
Another
be
mean,
thing,
chaos.
another
do you carry a big wad of cash on you?
No, man, that would be chaos, man.
So what do you carry? You carry a debit card, right?
Yes, my debit card.
What,
Yes,
so what if your debit card didn't work for 2 weeks?
what if
I'll
cash
be dead. To be honest.
what if
It's,
cash was meaningless? Do you have any
uh,
military skills?
Nope. I
it,
have
it
no
then
military
and then
skills.
military skills only go so far because basically
Least to feed yourself?
Charles can tell you how long does food last during a riot, Charles?
About what?
Hours, right? Hours.
uh, 2 days if you're lucky.
2 days
Hours
if
at
you're lucky.
work.
Hours if basically, and that's during because a riot is very isolated, right? The whole city doesn't riot, right? It's isolated, but the thing is, it suspends the law and order temporarily, so people just go in and start stealing shit, right? And strip the
Yep.
whole strip whole stores clean. Okay, imagine within a day and a half, there's no food in any store. Imagine if you can't buy gas because none of your cards work. Imagine if like after a week, basically your lights are shut off.
Mhm.
What would you do?
I hope that never happens, man. I really do.
AKA,
Oh,
I hope that
AKA
oh,
never
the
oh.
happens.
Walking, AKA the
And
Walking
imagine,
Dead.
imagine it's not just United States. It's not one city, one town, one state, or one country. It's global.
And
I
imagine,
can give it a good
AKA the
example
Walking.
actually.
COVID almost did that,
COVID almost did that.
and guess what? It was called The Walking Dead.
Yeah, well, you ain't lying. Well, yeah, if you're lucky, The Walking Dead, the Running Dead probably, but yeah,
Yeah, but
Shit.
that shit almost
go.
got me.
And
Yeah, oh yeah, go ahead, Wolf. Give your example, and we're gonna take closing thoughts in about 5 minutes.
2005, where I come from,
Hmm.
Mm-hmm.
I'm Eritrean. What happened in Eritrea in 2005 is there was a huge water shortage. Imagine what it'd be like when you running out of tap when the taps aren't working for
Mm-hmm.
weeks, for days, even weeks on end.
Mm-hmm.
People had started. I remember seeing large groups of people trying to get big oil drums and huge water containers out whenever a truck would stop by to deliver to each corner and everything.
And they're still
You would
civilized
see,
people. Yeah.
but they get too but there was scuffles. I remember also like in 2006 when there was panic buying for oil for like fuel because a lot of people use kerosene lit stoves and whatnot.
Mm-hmm.
And then you see large lines of people because people were like panicking to buy something because they're afraid that there'll be price hiking shit.
See, that's not even close, man. Not even close. What happens when there's no trucks coming?
That's when the worst comes out of people.
In other words, what we're describing, you still had hope because there were still trucks coming. All you had to do is hold out, right? What happens when there's no trucks coming?
People are going to do whatever they have to do
When
in
you
order to
when you know
survive.
when there's no way to buy anything because nothing works.
People are going to
They're gonna
steal.
go
People are going to
bust.
fight. People are going to band together.
Yeah. So
People gonna kill.
It's going to be
because
total utter
people
chaos.
get so the water truck was allowed to come to
Desperate.
where you were. What happens when you have bandits, in Eritrea with guns hijacking water trucks? It doesn't get to where it's supposed to get.
It's true.
Shit. Think of Somalia in
Matter,
the early
So
90s.
matter of fact, I'm gonna do this.
even Somalia, basically,
Anarchy and
The
everything.
world
Yeah,
is
I know what you mean.
basically it's global because
Yeah.
at least when it's localized, like even like Somalia or someplace, it's localized, right? Other
hmm
countries can actually weigh in and get stuff to you because they're still operating.
hmm
What happens when when everything goes kaput all at once?
Complete and utter chaos.
And yeah, people are
Complete
gonna start
breakdown of society. People are going to do whatever they have to do to survive.
until they can't do it anymore. And then
Yeah.
and then
Yeah.
how do you restart it once it breaks down to that level? And how
Well,
long
you
how
can't
long
because
how long does it take to get it booted back up? We're
It's going to
still
take a very quite a long
our
time.
supply chain is still fucked up because of what happened
Yeah.
last year.
Because of
It's been a
COVID.
year
Yeah. It's going to
because
take,
of COVID.
because it takes years to build something, but it takes a matter of seconds to destroy it.
It's a
yeah,
very it's like dropping a rusty nut into a well-tuned engine. Okay,
Mm.
yeah.
that's this whole globalization, this whole society, economic society is actually a well-tuned engine. Okay, in fact, they were talking about the ports of Los Angeles, right? Before COVID, there was
hmm
no ships waited, right? You rolled
hmm
right in, got unloaded within a couple hours, and you sailed right back out, right? Now you got
Good
73
answer.
boats still backed up. Why is that? Because your supply chain's all fucked up, and
Yeah.
they can't make room enough or get enough trucks in to actually take the containers away because there's so much buildup in the system just to actually
A
alleviate
lot
the
of backed
buildup.
up. Yeah.
It's all backed up. Okay.
I'm
hmm
asking a question to BGS.
Yes, sir.
When you, like back in the day for those riots, because I'm still going off of what the man said. How bad were those riots when the King riots?
Oh, the King riots. They were, I mean, they were bad, but just like any other riot,
And
they weren't as
yeah,
destructive as it could have been. But thing is, there was a lot of them. It wasn't like there was a major riot, like a major city that just took down a whole city for weeks. There was just a lot of them, so that sparked up at once. So
mhm.
and they were trying to suppress it so it wouldn't keep going because you can't have 100 cities go up in smoke. So they had to do something to suppress it. So they toned it down, and once the food goes out of the system, then people start to calm down. So they toned it down and they made peace and they made concessions, and people kind of went back to what they were. So the riots, Because I was in L.A. during the riot, doing these riots. In '68 there wasn't a riot in Los Angeles. In '65, yes. '68 there wasn't. Okay, was there a
Uh-huh.
disturbance, but not really. So it was a lot of smaller cities. But were the riots bad? No more than any other riot. They weren't. You know, in fact, I think the L.A. riots are probably bigger. I think
You mean the one in
L.A.,
92?
Chicago, New York. Yeah, the one in '92. And the
Oh
one in
yeah.
'92 kind of went on for like a week and a half
Mhm.
until people ran out of food. Um,
Yeah,
Hmm.
that's how
yeah,
it
but
Oh
happened
wow.
here.
yeah.
That's how it happened here. Like you had people trying to throw Molotovs,
Hmm.
Yeah.
and
Hmm.
I'm looking at this one guy, and he's trying to light a Molotov, and one of the officers had his gun, and he was like, "You know what? You dead."
Hmm. Yeah, and it is what it
Hey,
is.
does
That's
anybody
crazy.
does anybody remember the documentary Gasland from 2006?
Yeah.
And
No.
you remember how people walked in and people were, news reporters and researchers came into people's houses
Hmm.
and they turned on the tap and the
Hmm.
guy says, "Watch this." He
Hmm.
lit his big glider and the damn water caught on fire because
Yeah,
there's so much water mixed in.
the outgassing was
Yeah,
the
yeah, that
outgassing
shit was
was bad.
crazy, man.
That's fracking, and they wanted that's a sacrifice they made in Middle America to be actually fuel secure. So
But
that's what
people
they
living
did.
in that area, though, they were really worried. One guy said, "You know what? I can't. Not only can I not drink the water, I can't grow crops because all the
Yeah,
water is
it's been poisoned.
contaminated."
It's contaminated. Yeah, it's poison. Yeah, but that's the sacrifice. They're willing to sacrifice people. That's part of being black pill. You trust and believe the United
Oh,
States, President of
BGS.
the United States knows that shit, man. They
Mm,
make sacrifices. They do like the Flint water. You can't tell me the President
yeah,
of the United States didn't know
Yeah.
about Flint water. Okay, they did, but
Yeah.
they
Oh
make
they.
decisions like that every day.
And when they dumping all that metal and steel from the
what about the
Yeah.
asbestos crisis, man? Remember
when
that
they
What
shit?
dumping
it
all that
what it,
steel and fucking metal.
the asbestos is more accidental because asbestos was actually prevented fires, and they didn't know the long-term effects of asbestos until it was too late. And then,
Yeah,
but the
that's
thing is,
true.
in so many structures that
Yeah.
that they can't tear it all down. So it's probably best just to leave it where it is. But by then it's too late. Just
Yeah,
like anything else, once it's built in, it's kind of hard to tear it down. You have to just deal with it. Just like contaminated water or coal-fired plants. At a certain point, it's so built into the structure of the society that you can't alleviate it. It
yeah.
takes a while for it to actually leave it out, get it out of the system.
I even saw a documentary from the 70s. I think from like the early to mid 70s, where they were showing that kids were actually being poisoned living
Uh
in the
huh.
ghettos because they were
Yeah.
eating paint chips
Lead with lead paint.
with
Yeah.
lead in the paint
Oh,
chips. Yeah,
Yeah.
that
Yeah.
Oh
shit was
damn.
crazy too.
Yeah,
Yeah, that shit was.
because it wasn't maintenance. Because
Yeah,
nobody knew. Well, actually, they kind of knew about lead poisoning because it's the same thing with Rome. Because Rome lined their aqueducts with lead, so you got a little bit of lead poisoning every time you took a drink of water.
mm,
But they kind of knew about it, but they didn't know the
yeah,
extreme effects of lead because it's long term. Just like
yeah,
now, anytime you put something into the system, you have no idea what the long term effects are. It's like when they talk
yeah,
about the vaccines. Well, in 3 years you're going to be dead, man. You have no idea what it's going to do in 3 years. You have
but
no
you don't
idea what
even
it's going to
know.
do in a
But
month.
but you know what, BGS?
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna tell you. I'm gonna tell you now, as a military veteran,
Mm-hmm.
I am a human pincushion that
Yep.
lives to tell the tale. I
Yep.
took so
Yep.
many different shots, man, from
Yep.
going overseas, man. The first deployment to Okinawa.
Yeah.
Oh shit, man.
Oh.
We had two corpsmen. We had two corpsmen standing with injection guns.
Yeah.
Okay, and you
Uh
took
huh.
a shot in both arms at the same time. Zap next, zap next, zap
Oh
next.
yeah, yeah.
That's how it was.
They did that when I was a little kid, man. When they were actually giving you MMR shots.
Yeah.
Back in the mid '60s, they just line you up and just give them to you, man. So the people
Oh
that talk
yeah.
about the shot have no idea what's going on. When they wanted to actually vaccinate all the little children from with MMR before they
Mhm.
actually required it, they just lined us up in the auditorium and just shot us, just like just
I mean,
military style.
I don't know
So,
how many shots I've taken in the past, what, since 1980,
oh yeah,
since
yeah,
1984
yeah.
till now.
Yeah.
And I only served 8 years in the military, so I can imagine the lifers that were in there for 20 years plus.
Oh
I
yeah.
can
Oh,
imagine how many vaccinations they taken.
that's not that bad. How about know how many veterans I know died of Agent Orange? You
Oh,
know, in
Oh,
the
Yeah.
50s
damn.
and 60s. Yeah.
Wow. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you,
The kidneys just deteriorated. You know,
Agent
in their old
Orange.
age. Yeah. Look it up. Agent Orange.
Yeah.
read it up.
Agent Orange. It was a
That's
defoliant.
why.
Is a
That's
defoliant.
why.
Yeah.
DDT.
Now.
Look up
Well,
DDT
That's why.
too.
DDT, yeah, DDT it causes cancer, but Agent Orange was pretty bad.
Is it
A lot
from
of
some
vets.
kind of
Yeah.
is it military poison or something? What
No,
the fuck?
No,
look it up.
it's
Look it up. It's defoliant, but look it up. It's a pest.
Yeah.
It's actually
pesticide.
Yeah.
yeah. They actually
Like
defoliant
Ready
it because
Roundup.
they were trying to get rid of the jungle so people could fight without all
Yeah.
the coverage and diseases. You know, they're
Hmm.
trying to defoliate the jungle.
You know,
Well, look it up.
Oh, so
pesticide.
okay. So
Look
it's
it
like
up.
DDT
okay.
is also
Look
DDT is
it
also
up.
a form of rat
Okay.
poisoning.
Yeah. Anyway, closing thoughts, y'all, because we're almost 3 hours in.
I just
Oh
want to
man,
say first. Oh no, go ahead, Semper.
And
No, okay.
I think our Vidmore is probably going to start one up if I'm not
Yeah.
mistaken.
He's already
You,
started one. I
Okay,
just saw
so
it, got the
yeah.
notification. Okay, so I'm gonna make this quick. I'm like this. Okay, I'm a man of faith. Yes, I'm a believer. I believe in the Most High. Therefore, I have an optimism about human beings. I can only have and I can't live without having that optimism, man, or I'll lose my mind. I'm done.
All right.
All right.
Anybody else?
Yeah. My final thoughts is this. Thanks, BGS. It's been a great talk. I'm going to say three things. One, I definitely hope that one day I'll have, the same knowledge that my goal is to be that old man who just has that knowledge. That's where I want to be. Let's leave it with that. Number two,
Keep reading.
yeah, here we
Yeah.
are. Number two is I hope that we have a smooth transition to a post-capitalistic system because I do not want to live in Mad Max. And number three, when it comes to the artificial womb, I've been sort of reading on that, and I don't know how that's going to affect society, but I personally do hope that
It's gonna transform society. If you don't know, it means you haven't
Have you
read.
seen Judge Dredd?
I'm
no,
gonna tell you
I'm not.
this,
I know it's coming. I know it's a reality, but I'm still trying to accept it. You know what I'm saying? But when it gets your acceptance,
Read Brave. Go online and look up Brave New World. Look up the audio book and listen to
matter
it.
of fact,
wait,
matter
hold
of
on.
fact,
That's where
Wait,
you hear
which book? Which book? You thinking?
A Brave New World by Aldous Huxley.
Yeah.
A Brave New World by Alvis. Can you keep it in the back chat? So I can read it.
Aldous Huxley.
Huxley. Aldous Huxley. Genius. Come on, man.
Okay.
You're a college student. You got a better
All right.
memory
All
than
right.
that.
matter of
A
fact,
Brave New World by Aldous Huxley. If you put in a
All right.
Brave New World, it'll automatically come up.
All right.
Hey, youngin,
I'll
listen
look
up.
it up.
One at a time.
Hey, youngin, listen
matter of
up.
fact,
Okay, you see down
What's up,
here where
sir?
I have look in the private chat, right? You
Mm-hmm.
see that long post I put there? These are
Yes.
all there's several different types of online free libraries where you can download books free of charge. It's limited, but you still can download books that you have a keen interest in, and it's free of charge. You don't pay shit. So have a
Oh,
look,
I
man.
thank you, sir. I appreciate it,
No
sir.
problem. No problem. My
I'm
pleasure
gonna,
to help you, man.
Closing
All right.
thoughts, folks.
I'm gonna
My
get my
closing thought is
closing.
first of all,
Oh, man, go ahead,
you
Neighbor.
want me to go first?
Yeah,
All
go
right.
ahead.
Yeah.
First of all, Hammer, you know where I'm coming
Yes.
from when I say this. Given your Cameroonian, I know your people are called the indomitable lions, but tonight you've been a dominated cub. But that being said, that's part of growing up.
Why y'all doing this
I
to me,
know.
bro? Like, what did I do? Oh my God. What did I do
That
to
is
y'all?
hilarious.
You know
Come
what
on.
that is.
That is hilarious. That's hilarious.
Y'all just
It's a
all me for
soccer.
no reason, man.
No.
Name
I'm African too.
Name us. You are not shit, sir. But that's
Man,
okay.
I
We love
never
you
claimed
anyway.
to be. In fact, I took a long dump before I got in here, so I ain't got shit for you. But anyway,
Okay, go ahead, Nema.
but I would say, I'm a Red Sea camel out to the day I die. So you can't say shit about me, motherfucker. Anyway, I think it was very insightful. I do think that a lot of people still have a lot to learn. And to the Negro Padawan, I think I need to holler at your Ethiopian partner because, dude, we got to humble you. We'll make you humble, like the Iranians. Good night, brother.
Yeah.
Or y'all
For
just going
anybody,
after me tonight. God
when
damn.
you
Well,
put yourself,
you niggas be the humble Negro,
man,
nigga.
you put a target on your back, Negro. We didn't put the
Me?
target on your back.
What did
You
I
did.
do? I just asked a
Yeah,
question, man.
no, you didn't
Would
just
you?
ask a question. You came in
Would you
talking
Wait,
Show
do?
the
shit.
BGS,
Negro
give him the Bill Duke line.
Padawan
Give him
in
the Bill
there.
Duke line. Give him the Bill Duke line.
You know you fucked up, right? Yeah.
Nigga, please.
That's right.
Anybody else? Go ahead, Charles. Closing thought.
Hold up.
If you guys
That's
really
gonna
want to
be
talk
like
that
the
bad,
last.
Art has a whole stream going. If you guys really want to talk that bad, go over to Art's. I
Oh
should put the link in the chat. Yeah,
Man,
but go ahead.
I
oh
gotta.
man.
Hold on. Go ahead, Charles.
Okay. For the both the Padawans, I'm holding a live stream tomorrow night, so come and learn some shit. Number two, yeah, a lot of y'all need to start actually looking towards the future and see what the hell you want to be. Number three, stop listening to these blue pill motherfuckers. They shouldn't matter in our space anyway. All I gotta do is tell them you're just one bad day away from your wife walking away from
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
you. And that's what it really is. And last but not least, number four. Stop looking at the competition's been open since the goddamn 60s. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all need to stop thinking about, well, we trying to get the black woman to act right. They're either gonna do it or they're not.
Mm-hmm.
Because at the end of the day, when you've been as experienced as a man as I am, and yes, I have more bodies than Arlington Cemetery has, so one, start looking at women as just women. They all want something out of your ass. They're trying to not give up their ass to get the most out of yours. So once you become sober to that, you'll be able to predict what they're gonna do. I'll see y'all on Art's platform.
Yeah.
Hopefully he got mad and loaded up with Street Fighter so I can fuck him up again. Woo!
Hey, yo, BGS.
Go ahead.
I just want to thank you for letting me on your platform. You know,
Anytime.
I've been listening, following, damn, since 2015, since
Oh shit.
this whole
Okay.
since all this shit started. So this piece of you, shout out to Faulkner. Woo, man. I try to I try to get on one of these, you know, as soon as I can.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Well, we can go over to Arts because Arts got one going right now. That's where
But
everybody's.
you know, I got to pay that art tax, you know, to get on that one.
Oh, okay. All right. You one of those people. Okay.
No,
Okay.
I try to, you know, give, any money I can, because, you know, y'all do this thing out of the kindness of y'all heart, you know, to talk to us. So anything
No,
I can
we
give,
don't. No, we
anything I can,
As long as you Negroes, as long as y'all Negroes are just as generous Sunday too, I understand.
All right. All right. Go ahead. Finish up, Final Watcher. What you gonna say?
oh no, I just, I try to support y'all as much as I can. You know, I
We
donate to art,
appreciate you.
I donate to you. I gotta donate to Faulkner too.
Okay,
He's a real
appreciate you,
one.
man.
So
Yeah, well, even like I said, even $1, man. Every dollar helps. So every dollar is actually appreciated. So so it doesn't matter. Whatever you have, we actually
If
are humble when people give to you. Go ahead.
if a nigga Pookie out in this bitch, these motherfuckers donate. Shit, they like that.
Oh,
my
I
little
said,
brother's a Pookie. My little brother's a Pookie just like him. So
yeah. The Pookies
Pookie
actually are
useful.
hilarious. Yeah, they're
Pookie
hilarious.
useful.
Yeah,
Shit, I make these mother
they're part of the ecosystem. I had no problem with Pookies.
necessary, nigga.
Yeah,
Fuck you
they're
talking
necessary.
about?
Yeah. Closing thought, Eric or
I already said my piece, man.
oh, okay. Go ahead, Truth. What's your closing thought?
Oh well, yeah. Well, basically, I was just say, yeah, this was very informative, and basically, I don't know why niggas keep lumping me in with what Hammer was saying. I don't agree with nothing
Well,
that nigga was saying.
well,
I don't he don't represent what the fuck I'm talking about.
he's an educated
And,
lame, and you're a Pookie. Okay, the two sides of the same coin.
I don't even know if it's
Yes.
ain't even full Pookie, but goddamn,
No,
like,
he's not. He's not a Pookie. He's an educated lame.
Like entirely? Like
Not
damn.
entirely, but he's educated lame. That's where side he comes from. So,
Okay.
so he comes from a different side. So he's not a Pookie.
Okay. But I don't know. I still don't understand like what the fuck his
And
basis.
and he's
I
not
mean,
ADOS. So that's part of
yeah,
it.
that's another thing. He's not Ado, so hey,
Yeah,
don't throw that shit in on my side. It ain't
Well, you
me.
know what?
yeah,
I ain't
See,
said shit. So just
but you know
saying.
what?
yeah.
Us old cranky.
You cut out, Eric. You guys still there?
You was gonna say them old, yes, us
Hey,
old cranky
cranky
Negroes.
something. Yeah.
You and
Hey,
BGS.
You
hey,
got
BGS, one
BGS
more
was
thing.
okay. Go ahead.
Let's go Celtics, man.
Hey, you know the Lakers got to get their shit together, so I can't even say nothing about the Lakers, man. They're 0-2.
No, your Lakers will be there in the finals. The Celtics, we got to get our act together, but they'll
Yeah,
be there.
yeah. COVID is with COVID going on. It's kind of hard to tell who's going to wind up where because anything can happen.
Y'all Lakers, y'all always end up in the finals and then lose, just like in the Russell days.
All we need is one to actually get 18, man. What you gonna do?
Man, I'm gonna be mad just like in 2010 when Kobe got 15 boards
Mm-hmm.
and y'all still won. We was up 13, man.
It's called manifest destiny, sir.
My stepdad, he's a boomer just like you. He's a huge Laker fan,
Yeah. Yep.
But yeah,
Yep.
I'm gonna try to be on the Patreon stream tomorrow. So
Okay.
I got some questions about the American Slave Coast. What I've been reading.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, nigga, I'm coming too. That should be that's deeper game too.
Tell me behind the wall. Yeah, we can't a little bit
Yeah,
freer. Simple Jack.
behind Hammer should come, goddamn, so he
All
can
right.
stop making us look bad.
It's closing thoughts, folks. Come on now. Go, Simple Jack.
Hey, thank you guys for having me on. I greatly appreciate it. BGS, I've been following you for years.
Appreciate you.
First time talker, long time listener. I want to just greatly appreciate it. Just by listening to some of your stuff on YouTube, it's definitely changed my perspective on a lot of things and more or less made me make a decision on, why not me? So there's been things I've done in my life and changed the trajectory of my life just by your YouTube streams alone. I just want to greatly appreciate that for you and Officer Charles and Mr. Semper Fidelis.
Eric,
Thank you, sir. Appreciate you.
No. Thank you for the online books. I'm an avid reader, so
cool.
I've been able to get all that stuff there too. And to Negro Padawan, you remind me a lot of myself at your age. Yeah, man, it's gonna be.
Everybody says that.
Every time I hear you, like, yeah, that was me. That was me at that age. So I just you're a very bright young man. You got a good future in front of you. You may not realize that now, but trust me, you do. You're gonna get there. So that's all I had to say. Thank you for having me on, guys. Greatly appreciate it.
Okay,
Jack, you got the
thank
old
you.
man's bug.
I mean, that sounds excellent, but damn, that kind of sounds like I'm bullshitting right now. I need to get on my shit.
You're not. You just have
young.
you just have youthful exuberance. Like, I mean, I'm 41. I was, when I was your age, I didn't think I was gonna get to 25. So you grow up and you start to hone on to things and develop different skill sets, but you're gonna get there. Don't worry about it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, like the song goes, "Why you bullshitting?" No.
There's that.
Go ahead. All right, y'all. Everybody got their closing thought
Thanks
in.
so much.
BGS,
real quick.
What time are you doing the stream tomorrow? Pacific time.
It'll probably be 4 Pacific time, right around there. That's probably a good time to actually do it.
Damn.
So that's 1 o'clock. So that's 1 o'clock Eastern.
Negro, it is what it is. Okay.
I got to record another podcast before that, but I'm gonna try to be on.
All right. I mean, I'll try to do it. 4 seems like a good time on Sunday. It can't be 6. What time do you guys recommend?
I mean, probably around 5. 5
or 6. Okay, I'll make it 6 then.
I mean, it could be 5:30 because I mean,
which nigga half an hour shit, goddamn. I'll try to do it around 6 then, because you guys, I actually been.
You said 6 Eastern.
Pacific.
Oh, you gotta do it a little early than that, cause.
well, nigga, I asked you what time. You said you had to do a podcast. Okay.
No, I would say
I said 4 Pacific, which is like what 7 Eastern.
Do it probably around 5 o'clock Eastern Standard Time. So probably around 2 your time.
That's a little early.
Hell no, nigga, no.
I say about 3 or 4. I said 3 or 4. I'll make a decision between that because that's a little early. But yeah.
Well, 3 your time will work.
Okay, all right.
3.
Yeah.
God damn, that's worse than what it was before.
Well, it is what it is, man.
This nigga, oh my god. All right, man.
All right, y'all. I'm gonna hit the button.
All right, y'all take it easy.
All right, peace.
Salute.
Salute.